God damn. I'm gonna listen to a little bit of this while we're doing this nonsense. But yeah, I guess it's like a perfect time then Andy to actually sit here and talk a bit, since yeah, I didn't do what I said I was gonna do. But let me go right on ahead and just explain. So I had some cough medicine just the other day, thinking that it would help, and boy, I was wrong, because my throat, like, instantly, like, it did not feel right. It didn't constrict or anything, it just felt like weird, like funny. I think we have one more. No, we got two more, because we have this one and then we have one more after this, song wise, but I know it felt weird, like funny weird. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it felt like my throat felt even more ticklish, and so I had like a coughing fit for a minute, and it got so bad to the point where, like, me like fucking having to call it quits, like, was like, I can't do this. So I like went to bed, coughed myself half to death to sleep, and then literally the morning of, I was like, or technically it was already morning, so I guess more like close to noon, probably a little bit before that. My throat was like rough. I couldn't talk, so it was really just like sore. And I just went back to bed after I got myself some like soup. Pretty much went to the bathroom and then came back, and here I am now. Couldn't help it. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, you guys probably won't be able to hear a whole lot, but that's fun. I'm so glad I could just adjust the music while I'm doing this. So nice. But yeah, let's get that guy out of here. But yeah, welcome. So today we're gonna be doing some more reading, and it has been a minute, so honest to God, been kind of excited to go back and do this again. Oof. But I also kind of realized something too with the last couple of recordings that I did. People can't really hear the music sometimes, so kind of have to like turn it up a tad bit, try to get it to like, you know, a nice halfway, something like that. Make it easier for people to hear. Or maybe just my ears. That might just be the tinnitus speaking as I get closer and closer to my doom. But yeah, I'm fully prepared. I'm ready to go. We'll try my best. So, let's do this. John, bring 2 cans of shaving cream. You capture like 2 cans of shaving cream, just in case. You never know when they'll need to bust out a hilarious shaving cream Santa beer to ratchet up your prankster's gambit. Your telescope goes flying out the window. John, ride pogo ride. It's just a little cramped in here for any sort of proper reckless pogoing. You'll just grab it and hang on to it until the right moment presents itself. The towel floats back down onto the rack. The circle of stupidity is complete. Rose, check up on Nana Quinn and see what's cooking. By the way, holy shit, that's a lot of cookies. Your grandma gonna make some cookies. You're gonna eat them fuckers. Would be goddamn good cookies. I kind of forgot she could shoot laser beams. I 110% completely forgot she could do that. Jesus. John, make your way to the study. They don't ever really explore a whole lot. Sorry, my bad. Maybe it was just me for not remembering, but I guess I don't know what the full depth of sprite powers would be. Well, at least they're doing the job for you. That's nice. It looks like the imps have taken. Oh my god, this is way louder than I thought it would be. Holy shit. Christ on his stick. It must be turned. Yeah, it's turned out for me. I keep forgetting. Yeah, apologies, everybody. Holy shit. I'm glad that was like a nothing part of that whole thing, so we're good there. It looks like the imps have taken a shining to the Cruxtruder. There we go. There. Cruxite and black goo everywhere. John, ride Slammer Pogo and one up that imp. Well, okay, it's not a Slimer Pogo, but you mount it anyways and brandish your deadly armaments. John, ride your steed to victory. Absolute chaos. This is incredibly dangerous. John, flip the fuck out. He's actually holding it pretty steady. I thought it would be worse, but I guess not. Let's see how they like this old double barrel lather blast. Whoops, oh shit! Mr. John, respectfully ask that you please stand up. Don't move or the pogo gets it! Now, sir boy, flee from this bourge rabble post haste. Wait, where did he go? Where the fuck did he go? Refrigerator, level up for slaying the imp. He even got little cookies, nice. The refrigerator skyrockets up the echelon ladder to a new rung, 5-star General Electric, and earns 285 boon dollars. Things are really looking up for this feisty appliance. Well done, John. Polite congratulations. It seems like he has learned his etiquette. He's learning. My boy. Not John, but, you know, my boy. Wind boy? What the fuck? Why can I not remember? I'm thinking like Peregrine Mendicant, but that's not the person's name. Wayward Vagabond. That's the name. Having a little struggle there, but yeah. For some reason, you feel a sense of positive reinforcement. Wherever that feeling is coming from, it sure is a welcoming change to your erratic moods earlier. Now, my civil fellow, I have a well-mannered query to ask. Ooh. I blocked the entrance to the study to give you some space to work out with the design X. John, imp's behind you. Should I take care of it? You trapped your PDA again, didn't you? Why did you have to pick up all of that stupid shaving cream? So pointless. Rose, drop something heavy on one of those imps. What an absolute... Was that even necessary to bring it up that high? Maybe it was. Maybe it was. Who knows? John, might I bother you for a can opener? Oblivious to the commotion behind you, you suddenly... Oh, the other imp is right there. Okay. I was about to say, I'm like, where'd the other one go? Oblivious to the commotion behind you, suddenly you find yourself pondering the whereabouts of a can opener. You think there is probably one in the kitchen, but the path is blocked by your refrigerator. John is completely unresponsive. What the hell is this nincompoop doing? Years in the future. But let's not get totally carried away here. A studious eye darts about a page like a honeybee gathering the nectar of wisdom. Let's go see what our boy Wayward Vagabond is doing. Typical human. Please, thank you. Are you... You are welcome. Good day. How do you do? Splendid. And you? Gratification. Further courtesy. Favor is mutually curried. Carried. Those are curried. I think it's curried. Munch, chew. Oh, he's just eating the pages. Nice. Elixir known as tea. Absurd vestigial fourth digit is cantilever. I can't say that. Cantilevered? Cantilevered? I have to spell that out. I want to know what that says. Cantilevered? I think it's cantilevered. I'm gonna spell this out for a second. Let's see. What is it? What do you have to say about this?
Cantilevered.
Cantilevered. Okay, so I was kind of correct. Everyone is polite. Rip. Munch, munch. Choo, choo, burp. He's wayward vagabond. You beautiful son of a bitch. Oh boy, here we go. Whoa, we got a lot of links here. I can't take as many as I'd like to for comprehensive documentation. For what is worth, here's what I've managed to collect so far. More captures forthcoming. Let's see. Co-player John assesses environment after transition to the medium, followed by the sprite. So basically, it's pictures. We'll look at all the pictures real quick. The internet itself is compromised by some external threat. Something like that. Let's say hackers. Hold on a second. Did we miss out? I think we missed out on something important here. Because there's no power. I completely forgot that that was even a thing. I thought that they still had like a generator or something keeping everything alive. I also like how the interesting bit for like not being able to see in someone's room is that it's not blacked out, it's just fuzzy. You can't see anything. Interesting. Bros, construct loft above John's room. How much blue grist did that cost you? I think that was like 10 each. Yeah, it's 10. And there goes the rest of your grist. Ladders seem to be a bit cheaper than stairs. John, fellow John, it appears we have reached an impasse. Yes, it seems so. The opener dilemma remains unsettled. Most unfortunate. Dropped another one. It is unfortunate, I guess. What are we talking about again? But it has been a pleasure nonetheless. Thank you for the courtesy. It's not really necessary, but thanks anyway. Oh, but thank you. Okay. Thank you so very, very much, dear favorable small primate. I shall take my leave now, John. Until next time. Crumpled hat. Wait, where did all this sweet loot come from? And why is there suddenly a crumpled hat on your head? John, gather grist, examine design X. Feeling especially economical with your behavior suddenly, you scoop up all of the grist in your room and turn your attention to the punch design X. All in one foul swoop, the device features a countertop station design with a keyboard setup. Not unlike an old-fashioned computer. There we go. There is a blinking red light and a diagram etched into the panel. Instructions. Rose, answer Dave. Okay, wait, hold on. Why am I getting this stupid game for you? You're the one who should be wrist deep in puppet ass. What is the specific problem? The problem is I'm up to my goddamn neck in fucking puppet dong. You know you like that mannequin dick. Accept it. I am enrobed in chafing, wriggly, god-fucking-damned puppet pelvis. I am Say, an obscenely long, coarse Kermit cock is being dragged across my anguished face. Let's put this into perspective. You put up with the puppet prostate because you love it. Also, coarse is a good word. You don't seem to harbor any sympathy for the fact that I've been burrowed fuck deep into lively, fluffy Muppet buttocks. I am whirling in the incredible cyclone at the epicenter of my own personal holocaust of twitching foam noses. It's like a fucking apocalypse of perky proboscis in here. Like the oh my god, probocalypse, I guess. Are you going to start rapping about this? What? No, listen. Prong of flesh, oh my god, perfect of home, oh my god, prong of flesh, perfect, barfeet of home, found solace, twixt a cleft of foam. Oh no, Jesus. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm totally fucking misreading this shit, but you're getting the point. Of apocalypse, your thoughts eclipse a painted pair of parted lips that dare through kiss to stir the air that tenses tufts of orange hair, and through faces flushed in lovers' fits, hands snug and plush as gloves befit. Oh, Dickinson, if you could shut your perfumey trap for half a second. This is serious. I am just saying, if I see one more soft bulbous bottom being like kinda jutting out and impudent or whatever, I'm going to fly off the handle. I'm going to do some sort of acrobatic fucking pirouette off the handle and win like a medal or some shit. Then let's hope there will be a squishy diary. I can't say that. I'm gonna Google search that one. A person's buttocks. Oh.
Derriere.
Okay, thank you. Somewhere below the handle to break your fall. John, observe a back of the first visible capture log card. Oh dear Christ. You flip over the top card containing the Pogo ride. Anytime you capture log something, the code appears on the back of the card. You've always wondered what the code was for. Damn, these things are hard to read, but when you've never really found any reason to decipher them until now, perhaps. John, examine reverse side of the hammer card in striped specibus. Looks like cards from your strife deck have codes too. John, enter capture code as seen on the back of the Pogo Ride card. You enter the code. Into the keyboard, and at least you think that's what the code is. The red light switches off, and a green one begins blinking. John, insert card. John, type in visibly. In the interest of due diligence, you enter the other code and repeat the process with that card too. Both cards are now punched with different hole patterns. John, attempt to retrieve Pogo from card. Oh, well, that should be a simple matter of, uh-oh, it looks like it's trapped now. You don't see how you can access the item anymore, or store a new item there, for that one matter. These cards are pretty much useless now, and the items that they contain are toast. But maybe all is not lost. Recalling from your experience with the pre-punch card, you may be able to use the card to replace the item in question, assuming you got the code right, that is. John, mash keys heedlessly, there we go. Not quite through with your cowboy empiricism just yet. You mash at the keyboard to generate a random code. You enter and the design stops you right after 8 characters, which appears to be the maximum length for a code. The green light goes on, signaling its readiness for a card. You figure you might as well burn the shaving cream since the product is not exactly at a premium in your household. You also figure you might as well merge the 2 cards onto 1 card. You're a little sad that your dad isn't around for this, You have a feeling he would get a real kick out of the idea of duplicating more shaving cream. You punch the card with a pattern that is in no way related to the code. For the item it contains, it should make for an interesting experiment. Mad science is a lot of fun. Unfortunately, you just burned another card in the process. Your dick is really dwindling now. Maybe you should have thought this through a little better. On the plus side, you just freed up your PDA, which is overflowing with pent-up chatter from anxious pesterers. I feel like something's about to happen to this guy. Why are we looking at this guy? Okay, first off, how the hell could they throw a fucking tub through the goddamn window like that, or through the wall? John, answer your chums. Puppets! Awesome! That's all there really is to say on the matter. Turntech Godhead changed his mood to rancorous. John, watch out! I'm about to throw a tub through your wall. Cool. I totally fucking... You get the point. That's basically the message. Wow, that was totally unnecessary. I made a shortcut upstairs. I thought it would be a good idea to get up there. I thought it would be a good idea to get up there and try the cards as soon as possible. Also, you weren't being terribly responsive. You mean these stairs? Man, look at these shitty stairs. They are so narrow. I'm supposed to climb those? They're perfectly navigable. I'm saving on grist for now. If you keep slaying foes, collecting grist, and expanding the cash limit, we may not need to be so economical with our resources in the future. Yeah, but that does mean John has to beef up himself, like, horribly. Also, I can't tell, but is there something in the middle? Anyways, other than just, like, the portal, but I'm talking about, like, in between the little symbol thing here. So why didn't you just build a way up through the hole into my dad's room? Have you ever been in there? No, exactly. Huh? I'd rather not get sidetracked. I'm more interested in future exploring the mechanics of the game than watching you discover what sort of outlandish Harlequin decor your father keeps in his room. Oh, come on, what's the big deal? I'll just climb up and go right through. Will you? Yeah, why not? Are you saying you've never wondered what's in there, or why it's been kept a secret from you? Well, I mean, yeah. Then trust me, you don't want to be going right on through. Wait, are you saying there's something, like, troubling in there? I don't know. What do you mean? What are you seeing there? I can't see in there. Oh, but I don't have a very good feeling about it. Whatever. I think I can handle a few more stupid clown paintings. Rose, move punched cards to John's room. Rose, drag some Cruxite dowels up to John's room. Very nice of her. John, collect grist, examine safe. You swoop up a bountiful supply of grist generated by your co-player's recent exploits. From now on, it will probably go without saying that you'll nab any grist lying around without making a big fuss over it. You check out the busted safe, which has made a noble sacrifice in battle. Some of your father's odds and ends have spilled out, including some old newspaper clippings and 2 rather hefty tomes. It's fair to bet that these books comprise at least half of the weight of the safe. John, examine Family Tome of Humor. The original Sassacre. Just another copy of Colonel Sassacre's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery. This one looks really old. Perhaps in original printing? It could be the same one involved with your dad. Where am I at? I lost track. Where the fuck am I at? Hold on. Could be involved with your grandma's. Okay, your grandmother's unfortunate accident on that fateful day. Dad would never speak a word about it. But maybe Nana wouldn't be so tight-lipped. So funny because I jumped an entire sentence straight to dad instead of grandma. My bad. Anyways. I just realized something, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard this track before in my entire life. But it is a Homestuck one. Strange. There's still so many tracks I have not heard of. Anyways. You give it a cursory perusal. It appears to be similar to your reprinting. At least all of the japes and chicanery you have come to know and love. You capture log it, thinking you may give it a closer look later. John, examine contents of safe. The Fatherly Gents Shaving Alliance? Or Almanac, I think. Yeah. Anyways, you take a look at the other book. You're sure Dad thought this was a scintillating read, but it looks pretty boring to you. Maybe you'll crack it open someday when you're old enough to shave. Everything in the safe was obviously important to your father. No wonder why he kept it all you wonder why he kept it locked away from you. I was gonna say, like, not you wonder, but like no wonder. Anyways, some things about him you will never understand. Space rocks knock local burbs a block off. I love the little extra detail that goes into some of these panels, because you can read so much stuff from them, and it kind of adds some extra world building. It seems he has been collecting scraps from the news over the years. These articles go back decades. John, look at the piece of paper taped to the wall. Son, if you're reading this, it means you are now strong enough to lift the safe. You are now a man. As such, you are entitled to what's inside. I know you will take this responsibility seriously. I am so proud of you. John, take the card, or turn the card over. You guess this is the combination to the safe. This is completely useless. John, examine back of capture log card on floor. I really love how the father of this is just like expecting him to literally heave this fucking like safe around, because he's like, yes, if you could lift this safe, whatever the contents of it are is yours. But I find it's just funny that his dad would expect him to do this. But anyways, you guess these are all zeros, or are they capital O's? Zeros would probably make more sense for an empty card, you think. John, capture log the card. Oh, there goes the Crystalanthemums. John, enter the code on the back of the Design X. G111. John, punch card. Wait, John, before you punch that... Oh... I was about to say, if you first took the note of the code, then removed the card from the card, you could have punched the blank one. You would have only burned one card instead of two. Oh yeah, you're right. Damn it! John, throw hat down in disgust. Capture log punched, capture log card. Sweet catch! What? John, take PDA. Jesus Christ. You take... oh my god. The 2-card Siladex inventory of dumbasses. Jesus. John, level up. Pesky urchin. Gel viscosity went up by 15. Cash limit went up by 40. Man grit by 5. And he got a... 200? Was that 200 bucks? 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's 200 bucks. Colonel Sassacre, yeah, level up for slaying the imp. The colonel soars to a new height on his echelon, reaching the rung one-man julep vacuum. He pockets 9,550 boon dollars, chump change for the gentile, aristocratic southern colonel. Bathtub, level up for slaying the imp. The bathtub surges heroically. It surpasses the rug, Archimedes' aqua cradle. Proceeding directly to the vault rug, Taft Jammer. The tub makes off with a cool 490 boon dollars. The tub basin capacity remains unaffected. Safe, level up for slaying the imp. Love that they're just giving all of these fucking stupid objects fucking death, like they're giving them their like own little page and shit. It's nice. The safe was slain in battle. The great flaming Nautic Peri carries it off to Valhalla. John, make your way up those stairs, post haste. You're not sure. They look pretty precarious to you, but you've been assured the stairs are perfectly navigable. Lad, scramble! If you can hug the stairs, that is some oof. Lousy goddamn stupid stairs! Oh. Dave, ignore little Cal and find the beta. You wander over to the place where your bro keeps his sweet turntable gear. Man, that setup is sweet. You feel, my goodness, bricks? I don't know, man. The setup's cool, but I don't know if it's that cool. Anyways. Man, that setup is sweet. You feel a pang of jealousy, or pangs of jealousy, whenever you walk by it. Really cool jealousy, though. Like the kind where instead of getting all worked up about it, you don't actually give a shit. One of your brother's ratted, extremely expensive ninja swords is missing, though. You know this drill all too well. Troubles a brewing. Dave, take expensive ninja sword. What sword? Wonder if there's a way to pause it, or if it's just gonna be a blur. Yeah, it's just gonna be a blur. Dave, exit your bro's room. You approach the exit. There's something on the door you haven't seen before. Looks like one of your bro's ironic comics he left for you to check out. What have I done? Animal, please start breathing. Oh God, please breathe. Okay, make-believe time is over. Oh God, 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 oh God. What will Nanny do to me if she finds out? No one could ever know. I have to hide the body, but where? Think, imagination. Ugh, the one time I need you. I mean, the one time I really need you. Click. Hello, Ralph. Wanna play a game? Wanna play a game? Rip. Okay, some of this stuff, you know he is just leaving around to get under your skin. This is obviously another ploy in his relentless siege of one-upsmanship to get your goat. The same goat you have been meaning to bleat like, ironically, but that will still have to wait for a more appropriate time. Hold on a second. Kind of messing around here, but I wonder if I could actually, like, get to the point with this fucking thing. I'm just trying to unwrap this fucking sucker. God damn it. Who wrapped this thing? Fucking Jesus. Fucking Christ, that thing was hard to open. Horty. Someone who fucking knows how to wrap a goddamn sucker, for Christ's sake. You think he knows that deep down you feel like you're still not ironic enough to get stuff like this? And this is probably some weird gauntlet he's throwing down to see if you will get it. But honestly, you think this material is just a little too ironic. You just don't need to see this shit right now. Dave, go to kitchen. No sign of bro in here either. I want to see real quick if anything happens. No. Well, aside from the absurd quantity of awesome, dangerous stuff he leaves lying around, Dave, transfer katana to Stripe Specibus. With an escalating sense of threat, you think that it's time to shift your katana to your specimen. You figure it's better to free up the card anyway, since you might need to grab some stuff. Like, grab some of this stuff. Dave, set blender to mix. You guess bro stuck a fake blood capsule in that puppet? Pretty gross. Oh my god. You spot one of your bros' many webcams nearby, recording the incident. It seems you may have just been an unwitting accessory to some sort of grisly puppet snuff film. You're not totally sure how you feel about that. Nice. Dave, capture log Buster's sword from behind microwave. This might be the only thing in this whole apartment that is a bigger piece of shit than your own sword. You put it back behind the microwave where it belongs. Dave, set blender to crush ice. It's just sort of bouncing around in there. You're making a bit of a mess now. Dave, hide evidence in microwave. See, like, his hobbies are cool and all, and you guess he's got to put some of his shit somewhere, but what if you just wanted to heat up a burrito or something? This kitchen is pretty much useless. Dave, grab those fireworks. You capture log all the fireworks the sink has to offer. You just know these are going to come in handy. Why would they be in the sink if they weren't? Looks like one of them is still stuck in the garbage disposal. Dave, capture log shurikens. You grab shurikens and, hey, careful where you put that stuff. Sorry, careful where they're putting stuff. Fuck, where you're putting stuff. God damn it. Especially if you're looking to turn your Silodex into a powder keg full of sharp things. You put the box of fireworks back into card 5 and prepare to start or card 3. Apparently that settles that, you guess. Dave, take nunchaku. You take nunchaku, once again grabbing without thinking ahead. First, you capture log the box 5 again, while adeptly avoiding the shuriken trap, which you yourself set only moments ago. Oh my god, I'm struggling right now. You again round up all the fireworks. Time to regroup here. Dave, capture like each shuriken individually. You grab each shuriken one at a time, knocking out those nunchaku, but no worries, you've got a plan. Dave, capture log nunchucks. You take the nunchucks, everything seems to be in order now. It would have been badass to go with the authentic Japanese names for each weapon, but sometimes you just gotta compromise with this modus. Dave, examine fetch modus. I guess, could he edit the hash functions? Like all of them individually? Anyways, you flip over your fetch modus and check out the back. You're not really sure where it is you're keeping this thing. Oh well, who cares? Dave, press eject button. Oh hell no, not after all the trouble you went through to get that stuff situated. This is potentially a very dangerous button. Dave, change to Scrabble. Yeah, Scrabble points hash modus. Oh my goodness. Changing hash functions will eject Silodex. Are you sure? First, you program your modus with the Scrabble points hash function, adding it to the list. Okay, this might be a cool function to use, but it looks like you'll have to empty your Silodex to select it. You're just not gonna do that yet. No way. Dave, check the box. Detect collisions. Okay. Dave, take the skateboard. And just what is this guy so happy about? What is he looking at up there? Okay, oh, the puppet. What's he looking at up there? You think if he sees one more soft bulbous bottom being like kind of jutting out and emptied or whatever, you're gonna fly off the handle. You take the skateboard. Actually, no, you don't. A collision has been detected. You take the wheeled ride. Man, your inventory nomenclature is getting lamer by the minute. Dave, capture log the unplugged power cord. You take the power cord. Wait, no, that's not gonna work. Dave, think of a new word for power cord. You take the battery pack. Damn it. You take the battery pack using the Y. Hold on, does it actually... Oh, he took the skate... Or, wait. Did he take the skateboard? No, Dave did. I guess he took the Smuppet. Yeah. I don't get it. How did he manage to... It's the same thing. Take the battery pack using the Y as a consonant. Oh, I see it. Your Silodex reluctantly accepts. It's a tactic notoriously employed by hash map noobs, but you just don't care about that now. Besides, it's not like your bro is around to see. Ah, we're getting a silhouette now. Dave, search for some mad snacks, yo. Oh, it's just little Cal again. You can never stay mad at him. Anyway, you've got to get this way rude hunger under control. You figure you ought to scope the fridge for some grub. This hunger is ill-mannered. It would make a room full of snooty dowagers commit mass suicide. Dave, open refrigerator. Oh god, more shitty swords. Of course you knew that these were here. You're not even sure why you looked. If you want to keep any food or beverages in this apartment, you pretty much got no choice but to hide stuff away in your closet. Dave, take swords. The hell with it. You try to take the entire jumble of unbelievably shitty swords and brace yourself for... It looks like it works, actually. You capture log the jumble of unbelievably shitty swords. Dave, use Ice Maker. It's still hot around here. You dispense several cherry bombs. Wait, who's that looking at you in the reflection? Where'd the little dude scamper off to this time? Dave, capture log cherry bombs. Collision. You got the cherry bombs, unsuccessfully. After mulling it over a bit, you take the red spherical salutes. Dave, take blender. Blender is a pretty simple word, and you can already tell that it's not going to work. Instead, you take the whirly blade pitcher. That's really a much better name for it anyways, you think. Dave, activate garbage disposal. Dave, stuff down Mr. Purple Guy into the garbage disposal. You're still not sure what he is so happy about, or what he's looking at up there. While you're at it, you dump the contents of the blender, whirly blade pitcher, into the disposal, but you suffer an unfortunate garbage disposal head jam. You notice something on the reflection, something above you. Hello, Dave. It's the hatch to the crawl space above your apartment. Bro's always tucking away in there when he's busting his rad stealth stunts. He's so slick, that dangling cord never even jostles. You just know he's being ironic with these weird mind games. There is no way anyone could be serious about aping those shitty movies. Dave, use the turntables and cinder blocks to make a fort. Poor machines. It's a pretty sweet fort that you just made, and you're pretty sure your brother would agree. Under different circumstances, you might be high-fiving over it right now, but rather than getting inside to... Rather than get inside and take her for a spin, you really just need to use it to get up there to the hatch. Dave, yank cord. It's time to face your destiny. No going back now. Poor Dave. Yeah, there was pretty much no way this wasn't going to be a bunch of puppets in there. Oh yeah, and then we've already read this. Dave, read the notes on the hatch. Bro, roof, now, bring cow. We're doing it, man. We're making this happen. Dave, bust out of the puppet pile like the one. Dave, be the other guy. You are now the other guy. John, take dowels and sheets from bed and make a tent. I think I saw someone make art of this once, and it was like really cool back in the day. I don't know if I can still find it. Hold on a second. How in the hell does a body produce so much goddamn mucus? Seriously. I feel like a slug right now. Anyways, this is so much fun. A huge waste of time, yes, but so much fun. Oh. That's mean. What the hell? What the hell, buddy? Why'd you do that? John, carve a totem of the punched pogo card. You put the punched card containing the pogo ride in the slot and carve a totem from one of the Cruxite dowels. John, repeat process with the other cards and dowels. You use the card containing the pogo code for the hammer, as well as the one with the random code you punched over the shaving cream card for the hell of it. You carve the respective totems for the cards. John, do the same thing with the capture log card. Oh, it just shaved it. Did it just shave it down? Yeah, that's it. Just shaved it down. You make the tome for the capture log card. Pretty bare bones looking totem, you may say if you ask yourself. If you ask you, my god. Rose, collect totems. You stow the totems in your Athenium. Rose, produce capture log card. Ooh. And they're red this time. The alchemister requires 1 unit of any type of grist to produce 1 card. You decide to use shale since it seems less generally useful than build grist as of now. You make a whole bunch of them. Whoa, did you just make all these? Yes, sweet, thanks. What did you do with all the blue wobbly vase looking things? I brought the totems out of the alchemister to test them. I'm taking some things into my own hands to save some time. Okay. You create a hammer at the expense of 2 units of build grist. You make a pogo ride 2, -5 build, 1 shale. You use a totem to carve a ride code, or random code. You create a rocket pack with some random crap stuck inside of it. Looks like a cinder block, violin, and a flower pot. The items have rendered the device completely inoperable. You figure you might as well put the piece of junk to use. John, collect cards. Using a little strategy, first you grab Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Caveney, then the cards. Then you eject PDA, then the book, and flush the cards into your deck. Nice going! John, turn on detect collisions. Weird, I don't get it. What does that mean? You flip your fetch modi, but find no such option. This is idiotic. I think it literally just flips the modus choices. Okay, I'm not going to read this again. Nothing of importance can be made of it other than, I guess, John figuring out that he could mix his punched cards to make cooler stuff from the punched cards, but that's it. They never really understood what Caveney's relation to Anderson was, or why he wrote this book about him. His ambivalent attitude toward your favorite magician in these anecdotes always struck you as a little weird. And to be honest, you tend not to read much of the text in the book. You mostly like to look at the diagrams for all the cool tricks. Yeah. A-hole in the ace. The a-hole trick. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. The old hole in the ace trick. Interestingly enough, pertaining to punch holes in cards and making them disappear and stuff, your hands were never really strong enough to make this one work all that well either. But actually, this gives you an idea. You overlap the two punched cards, they mask each other's hole patterns. John put both cards in totem lathe. You carve another totem using the new combined hole patterns. John, take it from the alchemeter. Oh man, look, looks like Rose was making like 1,000,000 hammers for some reason. Get all this shit out of the way. You're about to make something sweet. You got the pogo hammer. John practiced with the new weapon. What did you do? I combined the cards with the lathe thingy and made this. It's so sweet. Man, look at me go. I see. That was a really good idea, John. Nice work. Thanks. I got the idea from Harry Anderson. Who? You know, the show Night Court? No. Oh, well, bottom line is, he's awesome. That's all there really is to say on the matter. John, attack the nearest imp to test Pogo Hammer's strength. You get a vicious rhythmic bouncing combo going and easily slay the imp. In one blow, you and the Pogo Ride are catapulted sky high in the process. I'll kill the imp in the process. Sweet catch. Oh, the ogre's in the room. And another one. Pester John. Hey, that was pretty, nice. Sweet catch? Yeah, save. Oh yeah, that was pretty comfy. Why don't you just, like, carry the bed around with me on it? Up to, like, the gate up there. I can't interact with you directly or anything that you are touching if it will result in moving you. See? Ah, lame. The game probably regards this as kind of cheating in a way, thieving you of your free will as an adventurer, and the need to advance by your own skill and ingenuity. The server player is just a facilitator. Well, okay. All that scurrying around kind of wore me out. I think I'm going to rest here for a bit. Rose, can you keep the imps at bay? Like, drop some stuff on them if they sneak up too close? No, you should pick up your hammer and defend yourself. What? Come on. I have no idea what the hell Dave is up to, or if he is any closer to recovering the game. There's some stuff I'd like to try in case he doesn't come through. Oh, alright. I'm just going to rest my eyes here for a second, though. John, sleep. Rose, check alchemy exorcist. Or exorcist? Wow, man, I fucking never get it. Looks like some sort of index documenting all of the known results for punch card alchemy combinations. This could be a convenient resource. as you start to stumble on more useful card combinations. But ever since John started punching cards, you've been contemplating other ways this item manufacturing system could be put to use. In particular, if you obtain the code for any item at your disposal, you think you could theoretically send the code to John and he could make it himself. That is, if you can think of any way that would be, if you could think of anything that would be worth sending to him. Rose, capture log suburb server CD. Oh man, the fire outside's insane. You inject the disk and capture log the server CD. Rose message John the capture code. Except, you can kind of make out some of the letters. I think that's an S, but I can't really tell. And hell, I don't even know if there's more codes or any numbers on that fucking thing. Obviously, it's indecipherable, but it's still worth trying. Ay, ay, ay. Anyways. Slap. Oh, god damn it. The fire is insanely close, Jesus. By the way, how come it's like you plug in the thing, right, and the power goes out, but you didn't your computer doesn't charge? Yeah. Facepalm ×2 combo. That makes no sense. This is how batteries work, you dunk ass. How about the imp is cowering there? Hey, whoa there, are you? It's like, there you are. How's your adventure going, John? It's okay, I'm making some progress, and Rose finally connected again, so she is helping me now. That's good. Oh, but like, I don't think I'm actually saving the world here. I don't know what I'm really accomplishing, but I guess it's not that. Well, I think whatever it is, it must be pretty important. Don't lose hope, John. I think it will all turn out for the best if you just stay positive. Just keep listening to your grandmother's advice. Oh yeah, you're probably right. But I don't think I mentioned Nana to you, did I? Oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know, didn't you? Yeah, I don't know, didn't you? Yeah, there we go. Bleh. I don't know. Maybe you talked to Rose or Dave about it or something. Yeah, maybe that's it. They're really weird when they talk to me about you. Like, they're always trying to convince me of fucking, yeah, they're always trying convincing. Oh my god, they're always trying convince me. They always trying to. What the fuck is this line sentence? Damn it. They're always trying to convince me you have some spooky powers, but I'm always like, nah, she seems like a pretty regular girl to me. And just, I'm not, I don't know how to do like a girly laugh, so I'll just, I guess like, just do like, I don't know, Skeletor or something gay, I guess. I kind of want to voice, I'm sorry, I guess the big here is I always want to like make Jade fucking like sound weird or lame. I don't know. I just don't, I don't know, I don't really like her as a character, to be fair. I think she's annoying. But anyways. But I'm gonna fucking, you know what, now I gotta do it. I have to do it. It's funny. Anyways. Shit, let's see here. Just wanted to take a quick look at something before we continue, just to make sure that nothing else is happening. Anyways. Yeah, I know. Tell me about, wait. Oh, where was I at? Oh yeah, but back then when times were, yeah, but then when I think back, maybe there are times when it seems like you know some things. Like, Maybe you know more about a thing than you're telling me. So, yeah, than what you're telling me. I don't know. Oh, well, John. That fucking Skeletor. That fucking. Nah. I'm trying. I'm really trying here. Oh, yeah, whatever. Oh, well, John, I want to explain lots of things to you. Some things that I know. I'm just waiting. Waiting for what? Oh, John! Jesus, I really want to. Fucking. I forgot! I was messaging you! I fucking hate this! I forgot I was messaging you about the meteor that fell near my house. Oh, yeah? Whatever that. Well, fucking, whatever happened with that? Oh boy, well, it turns out I was confused about it. Really confused. So, I guess I fell asleep for a while and lost track of time. That happens. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Maybe you should, like, wear an alarm clock or something. So that, so what was the deal with that meteor? Well, it's hard to explain, but I know what it is now, and I now know I now know everything's going to be okay. So what is it? Or is this just another thing you're waiting to tell me? Oh gosh, John, I really want to tell you all this stuff, but I can't yet. I really think you need to wake up first. Huh? Well, okay, not literally. Well, okay, maybe kinda literally. Ugh, stop being so confusing. Anytime for you to go, John. Oh fuck. Anyway, time for you to go, John. I think you have some company, hearts. And they cease doing that shit. Okay. John, quickly grab the pogo hammer. You stick the pogo hammer back in the striped specimen and get ready to kill some more of these pesky little... Huh? What? Dun dun. Medical therapist. Rose, why aren't you dropping something on that thing? Oh no. Be the imp. You be the imp and quickly abscond the fuck out of there. This is what weaker adversaries do whenever things get too hot to handle, which is frequently. John, prepare for a boss battle. You stop being the imp because that was stupid and scurry over to your magic chest that you suddenly remember was on the roof. There are some things in there that would be good for you to stock up for a major battle, but it looks like someone has plundered your chest. This is so outrageous. Holy shit. I like that they're trying to scale the size, but yeah. You're being ambushed! There isn't much more room for you to maneuver on this sloping roof. Maybe you should consider making your way to higher ground. John, ascend to the highest point of the house. You go up here. John, look down. You peek over the edge. It already seems like a long way down from your yard, not even to speak of whatever below. Hey, weren't your trick handcuffs dangling from that branch earlier? Damn it, why do imps gotta make off with all of your sweet gear? John, turn around. Crude ogres. You're confronted by a pair of enormous foes. This is it. You have no choice but to wage a fierce rooftop battle. This is totally going to happen now, and could be in no way conceivably interrupted by any sudden shift of our attention. It's time to go. It's time to do this thing. We're doing it, man. We're making this happen. Dave, stop being the other guy. You stop being the other guy? You're not even sure what that meant anyway. Dave, ascend to the highest point of the building. Holy shit. Nice. But that was Upward Movement, Dave Owns, by Calibration. You are now Wayward Vagabond. Wayward Vagabond, retreat. Got him already. Examine Rotten Pumpkin. What pumpkin? Check the little red bar. It appears to be a gauge for a large power cell, perhaps fueled by some type of nuclear reaction. If this is the case, it is relatively low on fuel, but who knows how long it's been running here. You do not care about this sort of nonsense, and you will disregard it at once. You are very hungry. WV, capture log, can of gravy. Capture log? You have no idea what that means. It is total nonsense, and you do not know what to make of it. You will not give the foolish notion a second thought. WV, pick up a can of gravy. Just pick it up. You just pick it up, and you are now holding the can of gravy. WV, use sharp teeth to poke a hole in the lid. Oh, sorry. In the fucking lid of the can, my bad. Your teeth are useless for that task. They are blunt like that of livestock, presumably suitable for mashing up plant matter, and not for puncturing metal. Attempt to open can with your weak, pathetic digits. Your weak, pathetic digits are not strong enough to penetrate the can. Your fingers are certainly pointy enough, and your black carapace is suitably rigid, but you just don't have enough muscle for the task. WV, take the can labeled beans. You take you take that too. Examine the can of custard. You can clearly read custard, sorry, but you can the can clearly reads mustard, a fact of which you were perfectly well aware of. It is sort of cumbersome holding all of these cans at once. Just like me reading, this is very cumbersome. Christ. You doubt you can hold any more of this, maybe one or two. You will need to find something to put this stuff in if you want to carry a lot of things around. WV, examine markings on wrist. You drop all the cans and take a look at your wrist. It is sort of, it's a sort of specialized barcode pattern. It brings back unpleasant memories, and you would prefer not to dwell on it. WV, examine the small potted plant. Burp. What plant? WV, check book on human etiquette. It appears half of the pages of this book have been eaten. The daunting volume is considerably lighter than it once was. You are somewhat skeptical about the nutritional value contained by these pages. However, of the practical wisdom they contain, there can be little doubt. You have learned so much. WV, clear out all the cans inside the purple machine. You empty the peculiar cabinet and take a quick inventory of your canned goods. You have beans, mustard, gravy, bread, shrimp, asparagus, cheese, rice, corn, peas, flour, chestnuts, mayo, ham, potatoes, and squash. Such bountiful plenty, and yet the delights taunt you from within their small metal prisons. WV, search room for a can opener. You have already looked all over the place for a can opener, even making a few electronic inquiries about one, to no avail. Nothing else inside the purple thing either. WV, locate a nearby sharp object. You yield your trusty knife. It is actually you're not sure what they're called. It's an old rusted one of those red mailbox arm swingy flap doodads. Either for letting you know there is mail in the box, or maybe for alerting the mailman to outgoing mail to be collected. You don't know, really. You've wrapped a little piece of cloth around it for the grip. It is useless for opening cans. WV, be the imp. This means nothing to you. You are not an imp, and you have no idea what an imp is. Yeah, and you will not entertain such frivolous and childish ideas ever again. You feel stupid and hate yourself a little for even considering it. WV, began to become the mayor of Cantown. He's so happy. A glorious founder and mayor of Cantown, you erect a dignified, majestic city hall out of cans, fitting capping off with a tome of good manners for the roof. You have given yourself a very official and important looking mayoral sash made out of old cables to complete your look of authority. A number of rather civic minded citizen cans gather in front of the building and offer adulation to their fair and magnanimous leader. All is well. You immerse yourself in the beautiful dream as you whittle away the minutes or perhaps hours. You love the idea of being a mayor. You love everything about mayors and the concept of an orderly civil democracy. It is all seems so mannerly and reasonable to you. Everyone is friendly and happy, and the city runs like clockwork. The foundations of the government is based on mutual respect between the leader and its people. It is also built on having a really great mayor that everyone loves, who is totally amazing and heroic and brave. Hmm. Mayors are so much better than kings. You hate kings. All you think kings are really stupid. Yeah, you hate kings and you think kings are all really stupid. They are petty, bossy tyrants and are really full of themselves and are basically awful in every way. God, do you hate kings? WV, explore west of Cantown. And he didn't even bother to take a look at all the contents of this shit over here? A bunch of glowy shit. Over here is the other side of the room. There is another one of those purple storage boxes and some useless objects scattered on the floor. WV, use glowing green rock to open cans. You pick up the nugget of uranium and... Oh, that was so stupid. Why did you do that? Examine box of crayons. Chalk? It's chalk, numbnuts. Inside the box, there are 12 pieces of chalk in every color of the... 10 pieces of chalk, and in most colors of the rainbow. You are excited by this. WV, try to open the storage box. It's locked. There must be some sort of release mechanism for this thing. WV, examine contents of yellow container. The container is full of motor oil. This doesn't seem useful to you right now. WV, rescue the poor lightning bug. There is something you can do for this new little friend, attempting to crush the amber encasing the firefly would likely cause it harm. It nevertheless bravely flashes on. You find its light alluring, inspiring. To you, it seems as if it could quite easily serve as the light of democracy. It's literally just Helldivers. Done. Yeah. You sketch a handsome network of sprawling thoroughfares for your citizens to traverse. The adoring population applauds its mayor, Keen's instincts for city planning. You even add some lush vegetation to your city with a piece of blue chalk because you can't seem to find a more suitable color for some reason. WV, lay a chalk foundation for Canstown's civic growth. You develop westward, settling those fertile plains and claiming them for your city. You section off a number of residential and commercial zones for civic growth, arranging them in the only logical pattern that occurs to you. You color the residential zones with your piece of white chalk, but for some reason, none of the colors in the box strike you as suitable for commercial zones. Perhaps there is an alternative. WV, use your own P for the commercial zones. You cannot urinate because you have you have not had anything to drink in quite some time. You are very thirsty. Also, that is a really terrible idea, and you would not consider befouling your wonderful city in that way for even a moment. WV, use motor oil to designate commercial zones. You feel empty squares You feel the empty, yeah, you feel each empty square, my god, with a bit of motor oil to complete the zoning. It looks rather striking to you. You can hardly imagine that an up and coming, okay, yeah, that an up and coming young can trying to make it in the world would not be delighted to live in your fair district. You are very careful not to get any of the unpleasant fluids on your person. WV, peel the label from can of mayo and affix it to sash. WV, survey surroundings in search of more terrain for city. Hmm. It seems you have run out of territory for your western expansion, but there is still a lot of empty wall space. Perhaps your citizens would be happier with a colorful backdrop that would make them feel more at home. Using most of your imagination and an entire piece of sky blue chalk, you render a bright and cheerful sky full of clouds. You have decided that very closely orbiting your city is a luminous planet. About each orbits a single moon. You switch to another shade of blue and continue rendering on the western wall. Orbiting much further from your city are four planets. None of these have satellites. You have decided. Yes, that makes sense, you think. On the southern wall, beyond the impenetrable veil of darkness occupying the furthest orbit yet, there is an ominous planet. A moon circles this one too. WV, check that rampaging boy on screen. Oh yeah, it's that guy. You had almost forgotten about him and his confusing shenanigans. It seems like he has things well in hand at the moment. He does not appear to need your help, and you have already concluded that he cannot help you, at least for the time being. WV, turn on the other three screens. You have no idea how to turn these on. There is no mouse for this weird quadra-monitored computer. It can only be operated through text commands from its keyboard. Perhaps there is a special key or command which will allow you to switch to another monitor. WV, press tab. Oh no, he figured out the tab. Consume several cans. Holy shit. Yeah, he is going crazy with these things. You free the heavenly brown elixir from the jewels of pink carapace and imbibe like the wind. It is so sweet and sugary, you wonder how much sugar can fit in one can. Whatever mighty wizard concocted this potion is truly deserving of your fear and respect. WV, welcome rest into Can City? Nope, just into City. Okay. The tabs are naturalized as loyal new citizens of Cantown. All cans are welcomed and equal in your city, regardless of can content, and whether empty or full. It's not like emptying a can kills it or anything. They are just cans after all. WV, hit escape. Feeling refreshed and heavily caffeinated, you go back to work on the big computer. You hit escape, which seems to have minimized the action window thingy and reveals a history of all the commands you've entered. You use the arrow key to scroll up a bit. You can't believe how much you've already typed into this stupid contraption. What a waste of time. Home, view, switch, lock room, pass, view, reboot. Yep. You scroll all the way up to your first command. It looks like there are more commands above it. Maybe someone was entering commands on this thing before you. There aren't many more. At the top of this list appears to be the very first command. WV, type switch to. You activate screen 2. The signal is garbled, and you have no idea what you're looking at. Some sort of filthy beggar pleading for help. No one is around and nothing is happening. You seem to be locked out of any sort of interaction with whatever happened on this monitor. WV, type switch 3. It's another one of these rapscallions. This monitor is locked too. You can't tell him what to do. Not that you really want to, since it just looks like more confusing nonsense to you. You consider switching to Scream 4, but decline against it. You have a feeling that whatever's there would just confuse you even more, and you don't even really care all that much anyway. WV, type home. All 4 screens activate together. They display a countdown starting at 4 hours and 13 minutes. Type reboot. You can't! Nothing is working anymore. The timer seems to have disabled the keyboard. WV, be the mayor. Enough of this nonsense. You are an important mayor, and this absurd contraption has wasted enough of your time. You've got a city to govern with a carapaced fist, which is the one to say firm yet polished and supple as the situation demands. Anyway, this will help you kill some time while you wait for that clock to count down. WV, create employment opportunities for the Can Town citizens. I'm just gonna call them that. I'm fucking losing it. Anyways, you temporarily dismantle City Hall to free up all the can power available to create a vigilant town militia. You divide them onto 2 groups, marking them with distinct teams and ranks using the pieces of white chalk and the motor oil. You then organize them in phalanx. I'm gonna actually let's Google that real quick.
Phalanx.
Across the courtside, preparing for stiff training regiment. When you are through with them, your forces will be a well-oiled machine. Chalk up another one to bold leadership. WV, lead your men to victory. Ah. Wow, he wasted all that time. Jesus. Vagabonds by David Coe. Anyways, you waste more than 4 hours of this tomfoolery. WV, more in the lost of Citizen Tab. Your caffeinated jittering must have agitated all of the little bubbles curiously hidden in the liquid, creating too much pressure in the can. You speculate this is why it exploded as you nervously eye the timer. You are starting to wonder what will happen when it reaches 0. Maybe it would be best not to be near it when this happens. Minutes in the future. Though perhaps not as few as implied by circumstance. A Peregrine mendicant truddles precious cargo beneath the gleam of the celestially ominous. Got a shopping cart with big wheels. Nice. I wonder what's going on there. Go outside and get some sun. You say bittersweet goodbye to your beloved city. It is time to move on to greener pastures, by which of course you mean a arid, sandy wasteland upon which nothing green has grown in years. The door shuts behind you. A panel on the door becomes illuminated. As you ponder over the marks on the panel, you hear another mechanical sound overhead. Oh, you're locked, buddy. You're locked in now. The LCD panel appears to have a touchscreen interface. WV curiously prod the funny-looking spirograph. It appears the funny-looking spirograph room is locked. The floor rotates a full 360 degrees beneath you, while the wall seems to stay put. WV, select the triangle-y fractal. The triangle-y fractal room does not appear to be locked. The floor turns 120 degrees and the door opens. You go through the door and find another room. It is the same size as the other one you just wasted all the time in. While the clock was ticking down to something of which you may or may not be your doom, maybe there is something in here that will help you escape. Against the wall, there is another perplexing contraption. I just noticed this little detail. But there's a spiral. Not sure if that's anything important, but that is cool. Against the opposite wall is some sort of control panel which catches your eye. It has two large screens, but only one appears to be active. There are fields. Yeah, there are fields for numbers which appear to be modifiable with the dial to the right. Where's the dial? Oh, these must be the dials. Yeah, some numbers have already supplied by default. Perhaps entered by the previous user, there are a few buttons below, the largest one bearing the symbol marking this room. Also, it looks like there is a meter stick propped up there for some reason. WV, attach your trusty knife to the meter stick. You immediately craft a measuring spear through possibly the most advanced form of alchemy employed thus far. This is obviously the most important thing to do first. Obviously. Or it would obviously be the most important thing to do if you had remembered to bring your trusty knife. You feel so insecure without your trusty knife, it makes you want to slit your wrist, or at the very least, flog your carapace with some sort of measuring apparatus. WV, look at the other wall. You examine the perplexing contraption across the room. You, of course, have no idea what it could possibly do. You adopt the only oblivious course of action, which is to poke and prod at it with your handy ruler. You are quite sure this is what science is all about. WV, press the triangle pattern. You go back to the control panel, which probably obviously controls that gizmo, and you push the big blue button, which was obviously probably the most obvious thing to push. Jesus. You purify a pumpkin. WV, examine pumpkin. It seems this mysterious gourd was transporting a purified from a specific time and location somewhere on this planet you are on. You wonder if the machine, a purifier, will take an object that exists at whatever time and location you supply. There is a symbol carved on the pumpkin. You don't know what it means, and you doubt it will ever prove to be relevant in any way. WV, devour pumpkin. You consider dining on the ripe flesh of that plump vegetable, but your curiosity about the purifier gets the better of you. You try to sneak a nibble from the pumpkin nonetheless. WV, inspect green buttons. You first examine the attractive green buttons. The icon for one of them on the left is that house shape you've seen plenty of times before. Oh, part of that shit. The right one, on closer inspection, appears to be the map for this underground facility. With an X marking its center. WV, press the green button on the right. You push the button, all of the numbers change. Perhaps these are the coordinates for the location of the center of this facility, along with a local date and time. If this is the case, it would make a useful reference point for your current bearings. WV, fiddle with the dials. Ah, one way to find out would be to attempt to purify something from this facility. It should be easy to zero in on a location relative to the center because you have an uncanny knack for tracking precise distances you have already traversed in whatever units you choose. Your handy ruler gives you a good clue as to the basic units of human measurement. You will go with that. WV, purify your trusty knife. You nudge the coordinates slightly and bump up the elevation by 0.5 human measurement units. You make sure to keep the time approximate to what it was to begin with. You purify your trusty knife. WV, purify Cantown. You nudge you nudge the numbers a bit more and purify a bunch of cans. This is so much more efficient than walking back to the other room to get them. You are to believe that time is at a premium after all. WV, disappearify the pumpkin. Does this machine look like a disappearifier to you? Honestly, the idea that the purifier could both purify and disappearify things is so laughably ridiculous, you would wish someone would disappearify your brain and reappearify it with a brain that is more smart and less dumb. Hmm. WV, use trusty knife to carve spooks schema in pumpkin. What the hell are you talking about? The idea makes no sense at all. It is basically meaningless. Try using that mushy stuff in your gourd next time. Instead, you just carve off the top, exposing a decadent cache of gorgeous seed-laden ambrosia. Needless to say, you consume all of it rather quickly, but it turns out to be too gross for us to watch. WV, move spirograph switch. You cannot move it. It has a spirograph-shaped indentation and possibly will require a special kind of key to turn it. WV, purify firefly out of amber. Ah. You release your blinky new friend. You will give her a name when something suitably whimsical occurs to you. WV, adjust time dial to purify rotten pumpkin. You and Serenity consider new ways to waste more time with the purifier. You are assuming she is a girl firefly, even though you are not sure that fireflies can even be girls. You target the extremely tasty rotten pumpkin that was sitting on the other room hours ago. Paradoxify. It seems to purify. The purifier cannot purify something that will create a time paradox. The gelatinous ghost pumpkin appears and quickly dissolves into a pile of unappetizing sludge. WV, purify the grate over the entrance of the facility. And then Morse code, which I can't even be bothered to. Serenity blinks a message of urgency. You nearly forgot that while trapped under in amber, she was witness to all of your tomfoolery and dilly-dally in the other room, and knows the timer is about to expire. It is time to get this show on the road and escape. You reset the coordinates with the right green button again, and this time only adjust the elevation by approximately 10 human measurement units. WV, hasten your exit post haste. Oh, here we go. Psych. Suburban Reversal by Mark Handel. Oh, whatever. Oh, wait. Unpsych. You attempt a rare and highly dangerous 5x combo cliffhanger. Did I say combo cliffhanger? I meant cliffhanger combo, my bad. And fail. We are doing it, man. We are making this happen. WV Ascend. I don't know if it's done yet. Is it done? Anyways, that was explored by Bazinski and Michael Guy Bowman. I'm definitely Bazinski or Bazinski. I don't know. I'm a dumbass. I suck ass with names. But there we go. End of Act 2. Dear John. In the Colonel Sassacre's daunting text. Holy shit. I believe this is Nana doing this, but yeah, I'll try my best to do the Nana voice that I can. You are no doubt reading this as a handsome and strapping young man. Why, the Margaret, what the fuck, Mangrit, yeah, the Mangrit needed to lift the book itself. A sign of your maturity is not even to speak of the wisdom needed to grasp the nuance of Sassacre's time-tested mischief. I am so proud of you, grandson. Now, I wish I could have delivered this heirloom to you in the flesh, but I am afraid that wasn't in the cards. For you see, John, like you, this book must yet take a journey. Its journey is to end on the final day of my life, and even then, we'll continue some. Though I suppose will be up to your father. Perhaps he will discuss it with you one day when he and you are ready. By the way, I'm fucking failing so hard at this, but that's fine. I was trying to do like a fucking grandma voice, but I don't think I can. But it is your journey, and I am writing about this to wish you luck. There will come a day when you will be thrust into another world, and once you arrive, it is only the beginning. You will soon delve into deeper delve even deeper into the realm of warring variety in the timeless expanse and a realm of ancients and exiles. I'm about to fucking just heavy metal this. In the consorts and kernel sprites of toiling underlings and slumbering denizens, a realm where four will gather. Shit. Will gather the Herald of Breath, the Seer of Light, the Knight of Time, and the Witch of Space, and together they will ascend. John, if only you knew how important you were. I regret my passing came so early in your life, and yet I feel in my heart we have already met. But what I know for sure is that we will meet again. Until then, John, I do hope your father keeps you well fed. Nana. P.S. Who? Act 3. And it's only been an hour and 41 minutes? Man, let's hope we can keep this bitch going. A silly girl naps on her flowers. It is quite likely that she tired herself out with a variety of silly antics. As silly girls are often known to do, she may have a silly name too, or maybe not. It is hard to say for sure without asking her, but since she slumbers peacefully, it would be a shame to wake her up. You might as well just give her a name right now. Enter name. Farmsteak Buttlass. I guess her name is Farmstink. Wake up. You try to roust Farmstink from her slumber, but she is really down for the count. It looks like she is holding some sort of note. Retrieve arms from... Oh, they're right there. It's in plain sight. Look, they are flashing red. Drop pumpkin on Farmstink. What? What pumpkin? You see no pumpkin, and frankly, it is hard to imagine there ever was a pumpkin, in plain sight or otherwise. Anyways, that would be a really terrible thing to do to poor sweet Farmstink. Read note. Farmstink? That is incredibly silly and a little bit rude. My name is... Flip the note. Jade Harley. No reaction. Examine room. Hey, isn't it interesting that her shirt was a pumpkin 1 second and now it's a leaf? Yeah. Your name is Jade. You have just woken from a restful nap, and, as usual, you have no recollection of falling asleep. You have quite a number of interests, so many, in fact, you have trouble keeping track of them all, even with an assortment of colorful reminders on your fingers to help you sort out everything on your mind. Nevertheless, when you spend time in your garden atrium, the only thing on your mind is your deep passion for horticulture. Horticulture. I'm having trouble pronouncing it. Give me a second. You know, it sounds like horticulture, but I could be wrong, so give me a second. Give me the pronunciation, please, and don't fucking do this nonsense to me. Definition? No? Pronunciation, please. Ah, here we go.
Horticulture.
Horticulture. Thank you, Google. You are my best friend for now. Until you the machine gods say otherwise, and I am no longer allowed to live because flesh is not welcomed in this damn land. I think. If that's how that works. Is that how that works? Anyways. What will you do? Jade, play a silly flute refrain. Oh. Alright. Okay, hold on a second. I need to bookmark this page because I didn't bookmark the last one and I really wanted to. But we'll do this real quick. And then, yeah, let's rename this real quick to, let's rename this entirely to Jade's Cool, cool, yeah, Jade's Cool, Flute Game. Here we go. I also kind of want to go back to the other page where we could go back to like Dave's thing where he gave us the interaction real quick. But I may have screwed that up. I might actually have to, I wonder if I could actually type in the pages to find it. But we could go back to this real quick. But yeah, flute performance by Jan van dem Helm. Wow, you really suck at this thing. Maybe you should try playing an instrument you actually know how to play instead. Like like the one in your bedroom. Honestly, you have no idea where this flute even came from. Things seem to appear and disappear around here all the time, especially your unending, even to your unending chagrin. Any sort of large orange gourd that might be lying around, you consider throwing the flute down in disgust. Jade capture lug flute. On second thought, it was a perfectly nice flute, and there is no reason to take your frustration out on it. You just need some practice, but before you capture lug the flute, you will need to set your fetch modus first. Jade set modus. Oh, they give us a bunch of different fetch moduses to do. Hold on a second. I want to, because I have this sucker and I just want to bite into it real quick. So hold on. Sorry. It's got gum in it too, so. What are those suckers? Ah, shit. Yeah. Let's see. We have Boggle, Pictionary, Monopoly, Yahtzee, Clue, Connect 4, Jenga, Battleship, Guess Who, Operation, and Memory. If I'm correct, because she does go through some of these, I think the first one she set it to was Jenga. Roll over above the mouse. You have a wide variety of fetch mode to choose from. Kind of cool that they make game versions of these like moduses. Kind of cool. You were really excited for your grandpa. Excited when your grandpa bought you these modus set. This modus set for Christmas. He is a total badass, even if a little strict. You typically opt for memory modus when it comes to matters of the day-to-day practicality. Oh, I guess it's memory modus first. Yeah, select memory. You set your modus to memory and capture log the flute. You allot 9 cards to the modus from your deck, since that will be more than enough for your needs at the moment. The modus grabs 9 more cards for matching purposes, and the flute is split up on 2 blank cards and mixed randomly into the grid. To retrieve the item, you must first pick 1 card and then pick its matching card. For the typical Silidexer, this modus presents a frustrating guessing game and a lot of wasted time on mismatching. But you like it because you seem to have a knack for always guessing right on the first try. Gabe, squeal like a piglet and fertilize some plants. It is an awfully silly idea. It is basically a waste of everyone's time. You will predictably disregard this thought and focus on more sensible objectives at once. Oh my god, this is so much fun. So she actually is just fertilizing her plants. Nice. You capture log the bag of fertilizer. So every time it's capture logged, it will randomize it before you get to pick it up again. Jade, consult colorful reminders. You tend to have a lot of things on your mind at once, and you can be a little forgetful. So you keep a variety of colored strings on your fingers as reminders. Each one means that there is something different to remember at a certain time. In fact, looking at your index finger reminds you that there is something important to remember now. It is your friend John's birthday. Oh, so I guess the time would be like, say for example, like for reminder wise, yeah, it seems like the index would be the first set of stuff. Possibly the middle finger would be the next set of rings, and then pinky and then thumb. Is that how that goes? Well, we'll find out. Yeah, John's birthday. The green string reminds you that it's John's birthday package will arrive today. The blue string also reminds you that John's birthday package will arrive today, though in a way that means something slightly different. You are further reminded that you have some things to do outside of your house soon, but you should stop by your room first for some supplies, and most importantly, to see if John is online and wish him a happy birthday. Jade, capture log the pumpkin growing next to you. You snap up that pumpkin, which seems suitably ripe for the taking, and hopefully the safety of your Silodex will prevent it from being spirited away like so many of its ethereal predecessors. Jade, exit this room. Wow, this is just the garden section of the area. It's pretty nice. You make your way to the middle of the garden atrium, where a stairwell joins the 4 atrium wings. Upstairs is your grandfather's laboratory, as well as your bedroom. Jade, capture log something. Your memory modus is hardly any fun without much stuff in it. So you decide to stock up on fresh produce to fill some more cards. You pick a juicy red crab apple. You pick up a very nice looking key lime. A delicious mandarin orange. Those are your favorite. And finally, a ripe yellow Eureka lemon. Modus's fun aside, you feel as impossible to have too many fresh fruits and vegetables on hand. Jade, go upstairs to the bedroom. You almost never use the stairs. You transportalize upstairs, just above your room. You enter your bedroom. On this side of the room, you are immediately confronted with numerous artifacts highlighting your various interests. I'm scared to wonder what those are called. By the way, her shirt keeps changing. You are an avid follower of cartoon shows of considerable nostalgic appeal. You have a profound zeal for marvelous and fantastical fauna of an anthropomorphic persuasion. Or anthropomorphologically persuasion. You have an uncanny knack for nuclear physics and not infrequently can be found dabbling in rather advanced gadgetry. You enjoy sporadic fits of narcolepsy. Your love of gardening transcends the glass confines of your atrium, and you are at times prone to patterns of prognostication. Is it prognostication? Is that the word? Help me out, machine. You're the only thing that can help.
Prognostication.
I fucking knew it. I don't want to get it wrong. I always keep second guessing myself. You consider very briefly the question, what will you do? But you quickly realize this is only half of your room and is therefore host to only half of your interests to choose from. Jade, explore the other half of your room. Oh god, yeah, by the way, her introduction for shit is way bigger. Anyways, over here are yet more articles. Articles of your aforementioned interest, and then some. Additionally, tall tale signs of your enthusiasm of our enthusiasms for nostalgic television mingle with your assortment of game hunting firearms. You are a skilled marksman woman or markswoman, though your crosshairs would never settle on an innocent creature, anthropomorphically persuaded or otherwise. Your work table is littered with equipment and facilitates your tinkering. For you, experimentation is not a practically exact science, and you lean heavily on sharp intuition for consistently and eerily optimal results. Nevertheless, you have still not been able to get that broad flat gizmo there to work, which is a design you have borrowed from one of your grandpa's more mysterious inventions. You are a great admirer of his, and you are not alone. Your grandfather is a world renowned explorer, naturalist, treasure hunter, archaeologist, scientist, adventurer, big game hunter, billionaire extraordinaire. He has taught you everything you know, but in spite of all of his lessons, it is still difficult to escape his stern lectures when you are on your way out of this house to run your errands. He spends most of his time in the grand foyer, stewing on his own intensity and charisma. Now that we actually get the full sense of the room, this is quite the fucking bedroom, I must say. What is happening in this fucking room? Anyways, and today will likely be no exception. Among the errands you have planned is to venture out and find your pet, the best friend named Becquerel. This animal must be fed, and he will not be happy if he is not. And if he is not happy, then you will not be happy. But first, you really should dig out your computer and say hi to John. Now! What will you do? Jade, quickly retrieve firearms from wall. You equipped your trusty hunting rifle. There would be hell to pay if Granddad caught you leaving the house without it. Jade, wonder why the design on your shirt changed. There we go. There isn't much to wonder, really. You left the wardrobifier on its randomization setting. You may contemplate which shirt design you favor the most and commit to that setting in the near future. Jade, capture log nearest. Oh, can we actually click? No, we can't. Okay. Thought we could. Yeah, Jade, capture log nearest squiddle doll and hug it. I didn't catch that fast enough, but okay, there we go. Tangle Buddies. Just before you grab one, a powerful electromagnet concealed in their underbellies becomes activated, and two of them get all tangled up in each other playfully. You capture log the Tangle Buddies. Jade, lose interest in fauna and never speak of it again. That's cursed. That's okay, but that's just cursed. I do not know how to feel about that. Strange cat person with a big ass nose. Anyways. Oh, but you could never do that. What marvelous creatures they are. What a daring dream to combine the finest qualities of humanity with the elegance and nobility of the animal kingdom. How you wish you could know their world. To hear one night those immuted paw pads, tramps up your stairs, a low but friendly growl unsettles your slumber, and as the super sweeps from your eyes, they detect a sharp pair of ears cutting moonlight. A mysterious woven tongue invites, wouldn't these ears suit you? Would not this proud long snout assist you in the hunt? No need to answer. Words slogged from the busy mind like a useless dead membrane as a more visceral sapience takes over. Something simpler is in charge now, a force untouched by the concerns and burdens of the upright that oh my god, I cannot say it. I'm gonna say fart really bad. Farcical, thank you. Yoke the bipedal toe, It now drives you through the midnight brush, your paws whisking through creepers, unearthing with each bold stomp bright odors, demanding investigation. But not for long, as you and your new friend must claim the night with piercing howls moonward. You eat a weird bug and don't even care. Holy fuck, is Andrew Hussey wordy as hell. He is a wordy bastard! My god. Jade, pick up your toys. But hey, you know what's funny? At least it kind of works like a dictionary. Or like a literature class. You get to read big words and you're like, what the fuck does that word mean? You go look it up and bam. Now you know that word forever. And it's stuck in your vocabulary till the day you die. You're never going to stop thinking about it. Anyways, speaking of which, you pick up and admire one of your man-throw champs. Man-throw? So it's an anthropomorphic man of some sort, but it's an animal. I think this one's a frog, due to the way that he's positioned, and I guess the toes, that might help. But yeah, why? Yeah, they are wonderful friends, and they're always cheerful and pleasant fellows. Why, dear Mr. Coxcomb, however will you be received at the Barnyard Gala without a trappings of a proper gentleman? Each Manthrow champ comes with a number of accessories, including an article of formal attire, a vaccination kit, and a dishwasher-safe slop trough. Anyways, Jade, organize all your dolls into a pile. Am I crazy, or is he wearing something? I think he's wearing a ring. Anyways, you gather all your dolls into a rather cozy-looking pile. Jade, change wardrobifier setting. Ah, okay, you can tell which buttons she clicked. Interesting. You deactivate the wardrobifier randomization mode and set it to cycle through these 3 shirt designs. The decision was tough, but you think you came to the best possible conclusion. See? Remember what I said? The interactivity? This is shit right here. But it turns out people really liked the spirograph, that sun, the atom, and then the devil beast was like 4th. But I guess it was the sun, the spirograph, and then the atom. But yeah, that's what I mean when I said like the interactions with like the community, like with like a D&D session. It was always in mind for these earlier fucking like parts of the comic, which is why I really like Act 1 through 3, because you get to see a lot of that interaction happening. Now, I don't know when it stops happening. I think it stops technically happening probably around Act 4, maybe 5. I don't really know. I'd have to go like take a we'll get to that point when we get to that point. But like insanely enough, it's like crazy what happened. Like afterwards, like the fall off is immense. The amount of pages that were coming out on the daily versus what we have now, like I can't emphasize enough how insane things have gotten back in the day when this shit was around. But yeah, I also love how they tell you what year, like exactly what date, year, and time every last one of these pages was sent. So you're not missing anything. You're not missing a single fucking thing. Anyways, Jade, look out the window. Yeah, literally the next day. Around the same time, too. So I guess that's her persona, is a wolf? Or is that a wolf-tiger thing? It's kind of cool. It's another beautiful day on your neighborhood. Neighborhood. Nay. It is peaceful and quite as usual. A rather imposing volcano looms over your house, which has been inactive for centuries. Though dormant on the surface, the volcanic activity deep underground provides your house with a source of geothermic power. You are not sure why your grandfather decided to draw from this source of energy when he had the unlimited power of the atom at his disposal, but it has been this way for as long as you can remember. You have chalked it up to your family's long-standing propensity for eclectic fursuits. Wait, you mean pursuits? Hmm. Jade, retrieve fursuit from magic chest. Okay, so it's clearly a dog. It needs to be blue. What is with this nonsense about fursuit? You don't own a fursuit. You think anthropomorphic fauna are really cute and enchanting and all, but it has never occurred to you to dress as one. Sure, it is fun to imagine what it would be like to run wild with a pack of wolves or purr and frolic with a litter of kittens, but dressing up as an animal just seems ridiculous. It would still be a silly girl draped in a raggedy synthetic tufty piece of crap. And seriously, who are you trying to kid with that sort of baloney? Anyway, it's not a magic chest, it is your gadget chest, which you have adapted for sorting a number of useful gizmos. It was once your oracle's trunk, a gift from your grandfather, of course, and still contains many silly fortune-telling knickknacks, all of which are complete bogus. Jade, open chest. Now, get the little picture. I find it super cool in this universe that they have contraptions that are like nice, neat little cubicle stuff that can just be ran and powered pretty much anywhere you go. So it's all just like handily fucking like, what's the word? Mobile. Mobile is the best word. Hold on. My gum has lost its flavor. I'm going to go spit it out for a second. There we go. Problem sleuth. Yeah, among the fortune-telling knickknacks are these items: a crystal ball plus compulsory velvet pillow, a tarot deck, a magic 8 ball, a magic cue ball, and one of your favorite books of all time, Problem Sleuth. Along the useful gizmos are, of course, your computer, which you keep inside a fun lunchbox for easy transport, a couple of gizmos, I was about to say complete, a couple of gizmos you keep handy so you don't always have to make a long trip to the kitchen. There is the cookalizer for preparing delicious meals, and a refrigerator, a name which clearly is a wacky variation of the much more common household item, the refrigerifier. Oh my god, refrigerificator. Oh my god, Jesus. Sounds like something Doofenshmirtz would say. Anyways, Jade, examine Magic 8 ball and Magic Cue ball. These things are stupid and useless. When the Magic 8 ball isn't being frustratingly ambiguous, its forecast is always wrong. You have tested it numerous times with certain facts to be true. This is its reply when you ask it for your friend John's birthday today. See? Stupid. You guess maybe it could be used as a reverse prediction device and always trust the opposite of what it says, but that seems dumb to you and it's like dumb to you. And anyway, the thing gives you a bad vibe. You might consider smashing it, but you are a little superstitious about whatever ominous consequences that might have, even if the occult talisman in question is a cheap piece of garbage. The magic cue ball, on the other hand, is said to make predictions with alarming precision and specificity. Unfortunately, it lacks a portal on its surface that allows you to view the prediction. You put both of these pieces of junk back in the box. Jade, capture log refrigerator. Oh, well, it's in there now. You take the refrigerator. You might as well grab the cookalizer too. No portable kitchen is complete without it. You take your lunch top too, because obviously you are going to be using that pretty soon. Whoops. Where goes your... Sorry, there goes your flute. But who cares? Did it spew out? Oh, okay, yeah, it did. It got booted out. I want to see what happens to it. Oh, okay, it lands up there. Okay, cool. Jade, feed your friend. Before you go out to feed Beck, you will need to prepare a meal for him. You clear some space in your work table so you can set up your refrigerator and cookalizer. Just for fun, Jade allows you to take a stab at matching the cards to use the gizmo, but it doesn't present much of a challenge for her, so she figures she might as well step aside while providing a few generous hints. No, no, warmer, warmer, cooler, cooler, cold, warmer. Yes, no, cold, ice cold, warmer, warmer. You have selected the key lime. Way to go. I love the silliness of it. Try again. Hot. Wait. No. Cold. Really cold. Frozen fucking tundra. Take another crack at this. Congratulations. You have advanced your matching skills on a new level. Yokai Hero. Legacy of the Frostbitten Amputee. Jade is beginning to regret breaking the fourth wall for this ill-advised escapade. Okay, one more time. If it were known in advance how terrible you were going to be at this matching game, the author may have given second thought to preparing this cool interactive Flash application. Look at all these fruits on the loose. Good luck trying to settle them down. You just deploy the gadgets yourself. Jade, stick the fruits in the refrigerator to keep them fresh. See? Cool shit. Stores it. Can't wait until we figure out how to do subspace storing. These fruits are likely to become less prudent anytime soon, regardless of where they are stored, but you stick them in anyway. You take a look at the refrigerator rotary interface. You wonder what he is in the mood for today. Jade, press the steak button. Okay, well, it's a rotary dial, so there are no buttons to press, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. You dial up a thick T-bone steak, which you are sure Becquerel is in the mood for because he is in the mood for steak every day and is never in the mood for anything else, but he does like his steak well cooked. Thaw, cook, irradiate, explosions. Lightly irradiated steak. He does prefer his steak rare after all, but you will not dignify the thought of turning the knob much further because you are not retarded. Jesus. You capture log the irradiated steak and save it for your trip outside. You probably shouldn't waste much more time. You wouldn't want all of those nice depleted steak isotopes to settle down. Jade, examine the atomic base by your bed. You wouldn't exactly call it an atomic base, but it is heavily customized to accommodate a high level of musical virtuosity. The perfect instrument for the eclectically spirited. You've tuned the strings way down. Well, yeah, way down, of course, because your stumpy arms can't reach the low notes. Are they talking about the stumpy notes being the ones at the very end or closer to your bass? Man, I'm confused. I like the advanced mode on the electric bass, though. That's fucking sick as shit. If anybody out there knows how to make guitars, please somehow figure out how to make this happen. That'd be really sick. I'd love to see someone do that. Anyways, but you promptly switch it back since obviously it's too complicated to play. Oh, my bad. I skipped an entire sentence. You switch your eclectic bass to its advanced setting, but you promptly switch it back since obviously it's too complicated to play it in person like this. The default setting is your preferred mode for casual jamming. And since you can't possibly waste enough time playing music, casual jam is exactly what you're going to do. Jade, play a hauntingly relaxing bass line. I just want to see how far it goes. That's like almost down. If I'm like looking at the pixels right now for like how small that is. This, I think that is like, I'm not kidding. I think that might just be 5, maybe 6 pixels. 7? I'm gonna say 7 pixels. That is like probably 7 pixels fucking wide. Just 7, just a little splotch. Anyways, Jade capture like base. You take the portable amp from the wall socket too. Oh. Okay, that was a portable amp. Okay. Anyways, Jade, open lunch top. You'd like to make yourself comfy in your plushie pile before getting down to business with your computer. Jade, get down to business. How in God's green earth does anybody handle this shit? This is probably the most mind-numbing jackassery ever known to man for computer virtual simulation. Like, I feel like we get a headache looking at this for too long. Anyways, activate Pester Chum. But there's a lot going on here. Nice. Hey, look, John is online. Hooray! Also, it looks like Dave pestered you about something yesterday, but you missed it. You greet John, but he does not respond. He is undoubtedly gallivanting around his house in a state of barely restrained birthday mirth. He may also be retrieving the 2 packages and the 2 envelopes, which you are certain came in the mail for him earlier. You will wait a little while and see if he returns before you head out. Jade, see if Dave left you a sweet new wrap. Hey, you're asleep again, aren't you? Or do you even know what you're... Oh, wait, actually, does he say anything? Or do you even know if you are? I still don't know how that works. I think that's part of the conversation we may have already seen. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Yeah, oh hey, I see you're still asleep again, aren't you? Or do you even know if you are? I still don't know how that works. It's like nothing means anything. It's cool getting hella chumped by your Codish? Okay, I can't say that. Help me out here.
Coquettish.
Coquettish, thank you. Coquettish damn riddles all the time. I don't know why I believe anything you say. I'm like Grand Marshal of gross chumpage, waving around my faggoty chump ductor baton, assistant director of chumpography, celebrated author Ernest Chumpingway. Wait, weak. Chumple Stillskin. Chumple Dipshit? Yeah, you're asleep. Yes or no? ASL? S equals species. Baboon? Kangaroo rat? If kangaroo yet, rat, yiff twice, please. Okay, well, you're not saying anything, so I guess whether you're not awake or unasleep or whatever, you're just not around, I'm just wasting good material. Even worse, I'm wasting a killer persona here. Like, I don't know, like a wide open V-shaped leotard and a fuck ton of body paint. Like some sinewy, back arching, crochet du silhouette looking motherfucker. Always low to the ground, getting a good prowl on. Like I dropped my keys in the dark. Numberless son of a bitch who had the gumption to glue a nasty pair of latex cat lips to his face. For some reason, that wasn't a joke. Jade, hey, where are you? Seriously, I'm sitting here tonight with a fucking bag of kibble jacked open on my lap and primed for goddamn bear, or sorry, primed for goddamn bear, and you're gone. By the way, my name is Inquit Parmusk. Hard buttocks, hardest buttock. Oh my god, hardest buttock in the jungle. Tampered steel. Hey, yeah, just wanted to give you this remix I finished here. Turntech Godhead sent Explore Remix MP3. So yeah, you don't have to respond to any of that, by the way. I'll probably forget half the shit I said anyways. Talk to you tomorrow. Jade, open fresh jams. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna like skip ahead here because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of this is really nice, but I kind of want to see two things in particular. That's oh god, what? Oh, okay. Okay, good. put a pause on that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Jade, open Echidna and go to mspaintadventures.com. Another misadventure. GT boggles vacantly at these shenanigans. End intermission. You open your web browser to visit MSPA. You navigate a random page in the middle of the latest epic. It looks like he was just finishing up some sort of weird tangential intermission here. Whatever it was, it clearly advanced the plot in no relevant way whatsoever. That's funny. End intermission. Oh, we're actually just doing it straight up. Midnight Crew, Act 1031. Midnight Crew, Act 1031. You killed a little time, but still no sign of John. I was so ready for it to be, oh my god, there's an intermission. It's a really, really good one, and I want to get to that as soon as humanly possible. It's like one of my favorite intermissions, or one of my favorite like little segments for this entire thing. It's so good. But yeah. Let's see. I believe we have already... Yeah, we've already done this. Anyways, Dave, Strife! Rose is online. Pester Rose. Let's see. Okay, no. Okay, so this is different. So, the last one we did see, because it was Dave, but I think this one is different. So yeah. I require a font of frighteningly accurate yet infuriating non-specific information. Do you know where I can find a wellspring of this sort? Yes. Okay, but we can't talk for long. You have plans? Yes. Well, yes, I do, but it's just for... I'm almost... Maybe I should do a scientist voice for this, because it's just basically what I feel like with her.
Well, yes, I do, but it's just that you will lose your internet connection soon, and, well, me and Gordon did the team.
Sorry. we wouldn't want to talk... sorry, we won't talk again for a pretty long time. Not until you enter. Enter? Yes,
with me and the science team.
This is what I was talking about. This is the itch I needed scratching. My averse. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying here. Help me out, Google. What am I saying here?
Avarice.
Avarice, thank you. My avarice for the inscrutable, it is limitless. Lol, what did you want to know? Did you want to know about Gordon? Anyways, we've been insisting today was the big day, or you've been insisting that today's the big day. We would all play a game you didn't know the name of. A game you said I'd get in the mail, and did. One that would help me answer some questions, but Strider is being obtuse. I can't catch John at this computer, or at his computer. You don't even have the game yourself, and on top of all of that, my internet is unstable. So, are you sure today is the day? There sure is a lot of there sure is a lot of challenges, but yes, I am sure. Dave is cool. You know he will come around when it's time, when the time is right. He just has a lot of work to do first, and so do you. You will need to keep searching for a suitable signal to power, and a power source. It will be hard, but don't give up. And don't worry about me either. Focus on playing with John first. It all starts with you two. Is there nothing else you can say to prepare me for this? I am sure you think little of Blithely? Gotta search that up.
Blithely.
Lively. God, whatever. Lively, upsetting dark forces with Grandpa Marinu over there on Hell Murder Island. But honestly, I've only read a few books on it. Dark? That's ridiculous. I don't really know what to tell you other than it's not going to be what you think it is. And most importantly, you will have your questions answered, but they will be the ones you haven't thought to ask yet. It will be fun. Uh-oh, looks like you've got to go. Take care, Rose. Jade, be other girl. You are now the other girl several hours in the future. It appears a secret passage in the mausoleum has been opened. It's getting awfully toasty in here. You gather up your belongings, including your dead cat. Rose, descend. Stop being the other girl and pester John again, Jade. Yes, you've spent enough time for now concerning yourself with the future of your friends. John will not be available until later. By then, he will have his hands full, as will you. You pack up your lunch top and get ready to take care of some business downstairs. Jade, descend. Well, so I guess there is no rhyme or reason. Oh. Try as you might, you can't stop your mind from drifting to the fate of your friends. You dwell on a particular configuration of reminders on your finger. Also in the future, but years, not hours, under bare white branches, a sentry wakens. Nom. Some stuff about capture codes and punch card alchemy. So, I'm not going to bother with the rest of this information because it just talks a lot about the punch cards, right? And how it works. But I will leave that up to fans if they want to actually look into it. But here's all I'm going to tell you right now. Basically, man, I hate saying this because it might ruin it for people, but punch card calculator. Oh, God. Okay. Output URL. Image URL. Output URL. Holy shit. Okay. So we could put in an image URL right now. Okay. You know what? I have an idea. We could put in an image real quick. Let's put in an image real quick. Can we? Yeah, I want to see if we can copy the link. Copy image address, I think is how this works. Let's actually find out real quick. I'm kind of interested to find out. Oh, it worked. Ah, nice. Ayug. 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 That's basically what's happening here. Jesus. All right, we're done here. Thank you, Gankra. you amazing bastard. Does this actually go somewhere too? Oh, it sends us straight to a link. Interesting. It's me, a syphilitic disaster who maintains your dogs. Cool. What in God's green earth is this? Okay, that link actually goes straight to their like Twitch, or not Twitch, their Twitter, my bad. It goes straight to their Twitter. Interesting. But yeah, we're back out here. The exit. S and N. Or Skynet. Dun 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 dun. You've entered the laboratory. The laboratory. The laboratory. The whatever. Rose, look for mad scientists. There are no scientists to be found, mad or otherwise, or anyone for that matter. The lab appears to be deserted. There is a kiosk, though. Oh. Hey guys, can you spot the one thing that's different in this entire section? No, because you're right, there isn't one. Jesus. It looks like the kiosk monitors the lab's enormous hub grid. Jade, transportalize as far down as you can go. Also, I can't L, but did they like paste fly wings onto that weird looking animal there? Yes, no, actually those aren't fly wings. I think those are fins now that I'm thinking about it. These are some strange hybrid animals. But yeah, anyways. This is as far down as you can go. The Grand Foyer is still a few floors down, but the transportalizer on the next level is blocked by one of Grandpa's impressive big game trophies. And you just don't think he would cotton to someone moving it. Speaking of which, there are some of his trophies now. He has a million of these ghastly things. You really dislike them. Jade, proceed. So the first one was animals. The second one is armors. And still some animals here and there. You hop down a level. Granddad also likes to accumulate valiant knights for his travels. These are pretty cool, you guess. Okay, keep going. Oh yeah, how could you forget his stash of decrepit mummies? God, you hate these things. Seems like a massive accumulation of a bunch of different shit happening as we get closer and closer. Okay, don't stop. These are your grandfather's collections of what he refers to as his beauties. No lovely lady will be fit for his collection unless her portrait has spent at least 20 years bleaching in the front of a window. Uh, yeah, in the front window of a beauty parlor, a sort of establishment he plunders no less frequently than ancient tombs. You guess they were sort of like your sisters while growing up, and you were always encouraged to look up to them. They are awfully pretty ladies, you suppose, but it was always hard to get as excited about them as Grandpa. Jade, study hard and keep your rifle at the ready. When adventure summons, I know you will rise to the task and take your rightful place among the daughters of Eclectica. The old coot, that old coot sure is a bag of wind. Jade, complete your descent. You reach ground level. This is the stupid thing blocking the transportalizer. It is unspeakably hideous. Down to the southeast hall is the grand foyer. You have no cross. You'll have to cross through it to leave the house. Looks like someone's pestering you, even though you thought you logged off. Jade, answer. Ah, it's happening. Everyone's favorite. It's coming along. Carcinogeneticist.
Hi again, idiot!
Oh no. So I guess today is finally the day you fuck everything up. Anyways, is there nothing I can do to change your mind? You can leave me alone. How can you even be talking to me after I blocked you and after I logged off? Don't you get that I am better and smarter than you in every way forever? You don't get that because you are incredibly stupid. I get that you are a jerk and should shut up. Maybe, it's like, oh, fuck, maybe. Goodbye, you jerk. Yep. Rose, look at that kiosk. Interesting that it's 4:31. Call me crazy, but I bet you if we counted all of these, which one do you think that blinking one all the way up there? It's obviously 413s. Why would it not be 413s? I kind of want to see the details a bit because I'm a, fucking loon, kind of crazy. But, yeah. It says these are perfectly squared, I think. I think we can definitely do a quick calculation on this. Yeah, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh boy. Let me go pop on my calculator real quick. Like I said, I'm kind of a crazy loon. I wanted to see this for myself. Oh, that's cool. I have like no power in my calculator. Well, fuck it. I do keep it in the dark too often. My fault. I'll have to come back later, but I'm not counting all of those numbers, so we'll just trust him when we say that it's obviously 413. Looks like a mapping of each hub's index. It appears one of the hubs was recently unlocked. Rose, go to the center and do a goofy dance. At the center, you find a little stage that looks perfect for supporting a spectacularly silly dance, or it would if standing on it didn't make you a little nervous, and also if that didn't sound like a retarded idea given the circumstances. It looks like, yeah, it looks sort of like the various contraptions you've been deploying in John's house. You wonder what it does. Rose, attempt to plug laptop onto nearby hub. Uh-oh. Transportalized. Great, you just vaporized your dead cat. Oh well, ashes to ashes, you guess. There's gotta be a better way to deal with this lousy tree. Rose, examine fetch modus. It looks like you can choose between picking leaves or awkwardly uprooting the whole tree, as you've been doing. You select leaf. You also turn off auto balance, since its consequences can be a little mystifying sometimes. You gather up all your items again and again in an order and place your laptop in a conveniently accessible leaf. You are not sure why you didn't do this a lot sooner. Kind of funny looking tree now, but your concern for structural elegance is at an all-time low. Rose, find the unlockable hub. Also, I would not have. Ah, he did the little background trick thing where you wouldn't have guessed it until it happens. As long as you're going to plug in your computer, you might as well find the hub. Here it is, Hub SN Lab 0413. It is unlocked and thus removable from the grid. You suspect this was the same beacon transmitting the unsecured signal you were using earlier. You pick up the laptop, oh my god, straight from the fucking source. Okay. That's the first time I've been seeing that. You pick the laptop leaf from the tree. You plug your laptop into the hub. I love how they're doing a little interconnected bullshit with it. Funny. Anyways, you plug your laptop into the hub and capture log the hub and then the laptop. There must be a better place around here to set up your computer. This huge grid of electronics is sort of uninviting. You look around. Hey, what's that? Was that also set to? I don't think it was it? 3:14. Another one of these ominous countdowns. You didn't notice it until you first entered the lab about a minute ago. It looks like this one may have been ticking for years. Whatever it's ticking down to, there isn't much time. You can only hope that when you turn your computer, when you turn on your computer again, there will be a connection invitation from one Mr. Strider, again in the future. 6. Yeah, another timer winds down sideways. Ah, there you go. Does that not move? I thought that would have moved. Okay, guess not. It's not interactable. Okay. Dave abscond. It keeps happening. What does? You don't even have time to humor every random thought that pops into your head. The clock is ticking. Rose, look around for anything else of importance. It looks like something of importance. Impact. It appears to be Skynet. There you go. It appears to be Skynet's primary session terminal, monitoring a great number of suburb sessions in the northwestern or northeastern United States and parts of Canada. Upon further investigation, you draw some logical conclusions. Hold on. It looks like each session consists of an IP address and a physical location. The colored dots on the map appear to be meteor impact sites, it seems each session corresponds with a meteor, but not all meteors have sessions. The color of dots appear to indicate the status of the meteor's descent. The red dots indicate meteors that have already landed, yellow dots are imminent collisions, green will impact later, and blue will take the longest to touch down. Your panel, you use the panel to center on your present location and zoom in. Surrounded by the lab are, of course, hundreds of smaller meteors that have been raining down steadily throughout the evening. Most of these meteorites have either landed already or will shortly. Centered over the lab is a significantly larger imminent collision. You can't say precisely how imminent, but you could certainly take an educated stab at it. Just southwest of the lab, centered suspiciously near the location of your house, is an even larger looming collision, though this one appears slightly less imminent. The terminal looks like it looks like it can monitor any meteor or session around the world. Searching filters can be applied as well, restricting results based on size, time of impact, location, and so on. Okay. So you zoom way out you zoom way out and narrow the search based on size. The two at the top of the list appear to be the biggest by far. You examine you examine only their coordinates. The second biggest is centered over a USA city, the biggest by a landslide, luckily for the Earth, you suppose, way out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So, if we were to take a wild swing and a guess, that's probably where Dave is at. And then, obviously, that one, I think, is where, give or take, I'm just going to go ahead and assume here, but I think that's where Jade is at. Rose, turn on your laptop and check on John. You plug the laptop into the hub again and turn it on. It is now powered and connected to a wireless signal the hub is broadcasting. Your Suburb session reconnects. No sign of John here. You wonder why the house is shaking. Last time you saw him, he was on one of the roof platforms. You will have to navigate via the Suburb interface to find him. Can we actually do that? Okay, no, not yet. Now we can. John, high five Nanaquin. Left hanging long enough. Good work, John. Oh, hey, you're back. For now, I'll have to leave again shortly. It looks like there's another large meteor heading for my present location. Oh, so you mean Dave connected with you? Not yet. I'll explain later, but I think I've determined that activating the timer in your game is not directly responsible for summoning a meteor to your location. The countdown seems merely to exist as a kind of a warning to the player, as well as a strange coincidence. Okay. I don't really think I get it. Is this relevant? Probably not at the moment, and certainly not to you. I have to go. Okay, later. P.S. Try not to waste too much of that grist while I'm gone. There we go. John, climb the echelon ladder. You skyrocketed up the echelon ladder to a dizzying heights of the vaunted boy Skylark rung. Your new feather is hard-earned and well-deserved and alarmingly fashionable. John, collect fat loots. I wish we could actually, like, scroll down just to see how many rungs he actually went, but that was insane. You and your ceramic pork hollow rejoice in the mound of wealth yielded from your meteoric ascent up the ladder. You are still not sure what all these boondollars can actually get you, but when pulling in such an insane loot, hand over fist like this, who cares? Not you. John, pick up as much grist as you can hold. The cash limit has actually been expanded super insanely. But yes, you expand the cash limit. By the way, you can see some of the resources are now being added. Anyways, your expanded cash limit is more than enough to accommodate the grist windfall. You gather 2,260 pieces of build grist, 1,040 pieces of shale, 490 drops of tar, and 350 drops of mercury. You can't wait to find out what amazing items this new supply of grist will be just barely sufficient to produce. Oh god, there's grist litter down there too. Those stupid ogres were like huge grist pinatas. One of those big sour grape electric holocaust fruit gushers is jammed in a hole in the platform. You guess there's only one way to get it.
John, don't forget your book. It is your birthday. You ought to give it a read when you have a moment, particularly the first several pages.
Okay, Nana, I will. Hey, Nana.
Yes, dear.
Since I'm trying to get up to the gate, and since you can sort of conjure floating beds and throw me around and stuff, couldn't you just throw me up there to the gate?
Yes, of course, John, but that would not serve your purpose well. There is a very good reason why you should build up to it, and then keep building.
Oh, okay. I guess that's what I figured. So, I just, one more thing. Do you think that instead of telling me exactly why that is, with a, clear explanation, can you give me a series of really coy riddles about it, and then sort of giggle?
John, you are a very, very fresh young boy. Young man. Your father has done such a wonderful job raising you, and I'm so proud of you both.
I guess.
When you pass through the first gate, everything will change. You will find a place where the constellations. I'm such a dumbass. Constellations dance beneath the clouds, and then your true work may begin.
I suddenly understand everything. Elsewhere, we find a place where a kingdom lies entrenched beyond an impenetrable veil of darkness. John's dad. Oh, he's about to clock him. Oh, through the wall. Till the sweat drips down my balls. Damn, skeet. Sorry. Graveyard stuffers. By the way, Voxus, I love the voice actor for fucking Spade Slick. I also really like the voices that they did for all of the Midnight Crew members. And, obviously these guys as well. The Peregrine Mendicant. You are flying westward in your peculiar mobile station. You have no sense of your bearings presently. The door is blocked by a metal column, which extends through the entry shaft before liftoff. What will you do? PM, check mail. This message to Dr. Briner looks pretty serious. PM, open. Never! The mail is sacred. The mail is the trust between the postman and the recipient of his precious parcels. You have made a solemn pledge to deliver this letter to the doctor just as soon as you determine where this address is, or find any sort of discernible mailing address in this wasteland. For that matter, the mail is freedom. The mail is life. The mail is the very fabric of civilization. Hold on, wait a second. One moment, hold on.
The veil is the one final hope of resurrecting a dead planet from its ashes, and the letter carriers are the brave soldiers of God in this righteous crusade. They are the defenders of light and knowledge, free communication, and the exchange of ideas. They are the bold daughters of all of those little papery conduits of freedom, the white postman angels that whisper a message of their deliverance, a promise to yearning. Here is hope yet, or there is hope yet. Liberty, reason, justice, civility, edification, perfection, male. PM, examine the keyboard and screen. This is the terminal you use to activate the station's homing device, or homing mechanism, my bad. It looks like it is now returned control to you. The default viewport displays commands previously entered, including your last and only command, home. PM, type view. You type another one of the previously entered commands. It switches to the view of a young girl standing alone somewhere. There is heavy amount of video interference of some sort. The girl seems familiar to you. Greetings. Don't I know you? Boom. Rose refused to acknowledge the absurd tea set. You successfully disregard the tea set because it's stupid and shouldn't be in a place like this. You probe further into the lab. It looks like a little girl's room. This all strikes you as a bit odd. No time for messing around in there, though. Okay, maybe you do a little messing around. You are the only human after all. What the fuck is that? You were accosted by a friendly mutant kitten. Gone. Resist great urge to take the wedged shale. You know you shouldn't grab this thing, but you are suddenly feeling apprehensive about entering your father's room with all the scampering around, and almost slipped your mind how much you hate his hideous clowns. No use putting it off any longer. There's only one thing left to do. Give me a D, give me an E, give me an S, give me a C. John, jump down. Jade scampered to the grand foyer with wild abandon. Last scamper! You scamper your heart out and bump into something. You don't know why he's always insisting on keeping it so dark in here. Oh, look, it's one of his dumb globes. These things make it awfully difficult to navigate the foyer. We get it, Granddad. You like to travel around the world, going on adventures and stuff. Lousy goddamn stupid globes. Jade, arm yourself. Grandpa will surely have stern words for you if he catches you without your trusty rifle at the ready. That's just what you need. Another one of his blistering mustachio diatribes. You are rolling in your eyes in advance, getting them warmed up, but ideally, you can evade him altogether. All you have to do is get past the fireplace and out to the front door, and you will be scot-free. Jade, examine those chaps on the sofa. These are the manners for distinguished house guests. They like to gather here by the fireplace for tea time, as well as pretty much all other times. It's all very mannerly and civilized. You know exactly what's going on, or what's going to happen when you try to sneak by. The fireplace is going to light up. Your grandpa's silhouette is going to appear in front of the fireplace and give you a good spook. He is so predictable. And there he goes. The old man has the flame. You suppose it could still manage to sneak by the crafty old man if you are fast enough. Avoiding an encounter would be ideal. Encounters with him are usually intense. Jade, leap dramatically across the divide. Whoops. You guess an encounter with him is almost certain now, but most likely not for a while. Time to see what someone else is up to. Let's say Dave. Strife. Ah, snap. Preload or psych out. Loading.
By the way, that entire interactive little segment that I just did, I think they programmed every key that doesn't make your computer like fuck off. I think it's all the letters and maybe numbers. I didn't bother checking the numbers, but I think every button had a different animation associated with it. So you could just tell immediately with this guy just how much effort this motherfucker was going in with this like last shit. The interactivity is just through the roof. I love this shit. But yeah. Hold on. Yes, I'm going out with my gun. No, I will not go get a bigger one. No, I will not take yours. I can't even lift it. Oh, that is so preposterous. Do you even hear what you're saying? I will be fine. This is a perfectly deadly gun, and it shoots lots of incredibly deadly bullets. Oh, will you just stop it? I am going now. Goodbye. And in love. Jade abscond. He is so much easier to deal with when he was alive. PM miraculously survive. Blogspot. Nice. So we actually finally get it. You know what? Let's bookmark this because I'm just now noticing what time it is, and I kind of want to. Let's bookmark this right now. We should add this in real quick to there, our latest page. We can go to here real quick. Can I exit? Can I actually erase this shit? Okay, yeah, I can. Trash that shit. We're gonna trash this shit because we don't need it. We'll keep the Jade plays her silly flute refrain, so we can actually go back to that, and then we'll keep that. I want to go to. I want to find the Dave page real quick. I think we should try and find it through my YouTube video. Maybe that might help since I did like scroll around for a minute. But I'm definitely gonna mute while I'm doing that. The video, not me. I think it was, if I'm correct. Was it the second one? I think it was the second video now that I'm thinking about it. Go right on ahead. Here we go. And then we can zoom to that part real quick. I know it's around here somewhere. Ah, here we go. Let's take a look at this. Were we able to look at it at least? Ah, okay, here we go. I believe it was page... It was page 338, if I'm correct. So we can go in ahead and change that out real quick to 338. There we go. And then we could go ahead and bookmark this too, just to save it. Here we go. And then put that down there. This one, we are going to rename this to, if it will let me. Oh, well, let me rename it. Ah, it's fine. Well, at least we have both of them now, so we can actually play both of them if we would like to. But yeah. We will actually go on for maybe another 20 more minutes, and then we will call it. We will come back probably tomorrow, and then continue doing more reading. For now, I do want to just relax after this whole reading session. We are making strict progress. We're almost there to 1,000. I kind of want to get there as soon as humanly possible if we can. I don't know if we'll do it in 20 minutes, but we can give it a try. So let's just keep reading. PM, Pure Out Explosion Hole. There go your mailboxes. Oh? But not all of them. Nice. Rose refused to acknowledge the absurd kitten. You fail miserably. Oh, look, there's some more mad science crap over here. Oh, love the little mutant kitten. This weird, why am I going to say academic fucking arcade gizmo adapted to this setup obviously doesn't take coins anymore, assuming it ever did. Besides, you left all your coins on a fridge, remember? Rose, let's play a game. Amplifier ready. Or purifier ready, my bad. This doesn't appear to be a game. It appears to be an purifier. Rose, screw around with the purifier. You mess with the controls. Hey, Jasper's alive! Or at least he was in the past, according to this timestamp. This was almost 9 years ago. You try to move the crosshair with the joystick, but it seems to be permanently locked on a specific target. You might be able to unlock it, but you clearly don't have much time to horse around with this thing. You zoom out. It looks like you and Jasper were having one of your sessions. You weren't making a lot of progress, though, because Jasper was in no doubt being characteristically recalcitrant, something like that. I'm gonna Google this word real quick because I want to know, and I'm a fucking dumbass for not knowing.
Recalcitrant.
Recalcitrant. Okay. You possibly jotted his phrase down in your pad. It's hard to remember, though. Wait, could this be that day? Rose, cause time paradox. You attempt to purify Jasper. This would surely cause a time paradox because you can plainly see that he has not told you his secret yet. But it seems the machine has the safety mechanism to prevent this irresponsible purification practices. Or to prevent such a such inappropriate purification practices. Yeah. The paradox goes the imprint of Jasper's purifies instead and quickly settles into a mound of sludge. The machine beside it, oh my god, that fucking cat. It's so adorable. I keep looking at it and I'm like, I want one. The machine beside it sucks up the paradox sludge and begins some kind of automated procedure. It seems whatever sort of primordial biochemical properties the sludge possesses is being evaluated by the device. The device generates a fetal paradox clone of Jasper. The wretched creature exhibits a number of unfortunate mutations, though. The good news is that it will be mercifully unestablished along with the facility shortly. This is also bad news. However, whoever is operating this machine in the past may have been making unsuccessful attempts to perfect the science of ectobiology. Rose, have a flashback. There is no need for a flashback. Conveniently, you have watched this happen right here on the monitor. You roll the clock forward a few seconds. Jasper reveals his stunning secret to you in a strict confidence. Before you could ask him to clarify, he vanishes into thin air. You now believe you understand why. However, you were not the one to purify him from this moment. Your hand is nowhere near the controls just now. A couple weeks after he vanished, his body washed up along the riverbank. His suit was a mess. Your mother fitted him with a new one just before the absurd funeral service she insisted upon. Rose traced Jasper's whereabouts on the machine. Blank. There it is. You roll the clock forward to a week after he vanished. It seems there is no accessible feed tracing his whereabouts during that time frame. You fast forward another week. There he is, just as you found him. Goes fast forward to now. Corral for Jaspers by Michael Guy Bowman. It's Jaspers! He's alive! Well, okay, he's still dead, but his body is intact. Turns out it wasn't some kind of oh my god. Disintegrificator? Oh my god, whatever. Like you thought. Or vaporizer. You could have just said vaporizer. It's more like an escapalizer. God damn it. Rose, a purified Jaspers immediately. Nice. You got 11 seconds. I hope you're good at running. Good thing you finally got all this sorted out. You only have 10 seconds to spare. Time to stash the dead cat and Amscray. Rose, stop fooling around and transportalize out of here. I would have said there, but I was a dumbass. Also, I need to read that. Pretty decent escapalization, Jesus. Jade, locate the feed the devil beast you call a pet. Okay, locate and feed. My bad. Good luck finding him. If he wants to be found, he will find you. Beck Corell has always managed to elude your prognosticative facilities or faculties. He is completely invisible to your intuition. Somehow, a property almost totally unique, a property almost totally unique to him. It's used to freak you out a little, but you have a long since grown accustomed to it. Huh? Oh, it was nothing. Nothing at all. Moving right along. Jade, retrieve the package you expected to arrive. The birthday package you were expecting from John arrived months late, and yet, right on time. It landed right over there past the crumbling monument, a satellite to the great mystic ruins at the center of the crater lagoon. John, triple somersault into room, etc. Stick the landing. Oh, you didn't get to watch it? Okay. Okay, you do that. You are now in your dad's room. Where are all the clowns? You spot your dad's briefcase beside you. It probably contains all sorts of clues, or at least various forms of paperwork critical to his trade as a hilarious street performer. John Snoop. Yeah, here comes the secret. Get ready for some major revelation. Wait a minute. These are just boring business documents and spreadsheets. What the hell is going on here? John, examine your dad's room. John, calm down. It'll be all right. So, hold on, by the way, I need to see the pages. Okay, yeah, we're almost there. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, we have like 10 more minutes. We could definitely get to 1,000. Let's fucking speed read if we can. Okay. So all of those years, while you believed he was out busking up the corridors with hilarious antics, he was working as an ordinary businessman all along. He was just a man trying to make a good, honest living for his son. Maybe he was too embarrassed to tell you the truth, or maybe it was just that you'd never bothered to ask. You always just assumed. The human prisoner has broken out of his jail cell. Yet again, attempts to block the cell door with heavy objects has proven futile.
You're going to need a bigger safe. Who's this guy?
Enter name.
Spades Slick.
Spade Slick?
Got a nice ring to it. But you know your own name, and that ain't your damn name.
Take another stab at it. State name and rank. Okay.
You are the Archagent Jack Noir. You oversee various affairs of the Dark Kingdom. Presently, you are determined how to deal with this prisoner, who has been a thorn in your side since he was apprehended. You view the affairs of the kingdom through a series of fenestrated walls. You have 3 walls, nearly enough to form the cubicle of vigilance, which is a full and proper enclosure for an agent of your stature. However, much to your utter contempt, your 4th wall has been stolen some time ago. John comical hat. This frivolous headdress turns your stomach. You would sooner stick your head in a furnace than coax it into a monstrosity's loathsome, colorful maw. It's bad enough that your exalted leader ordered everyone to drape themselves in these hideous rags the moment the troublesome human with the pipe and his child showed up. But you draw the line at the hat. Jack, call a minion. You order one of your burliest agents to the scene. He brings something somewhat heavier this time. Ta-da! Your transmission is interrupted. It seems your glorious monarch has concern over your wardrobe. Fine! You begrudgingly don the comical hat. Stupid, lousy, wise and just leader. What a royal pain in my ass. Jack, throw down hat in disgust. You fully intend to, once your superior stops breathing down your neck for a second. Wait, well, what now? Your blood is boiling so hot you could cook an egg on your carapace. Looks like you'll have to go handle this yourself. John, investigate room for anything Dad may have left behind. It seems there are some unopened birthday presents which Dad didn't get around to giving you yet. We're getting close. John, present time. Open a present and see what's inside. I love this. It's so fucking 90s. The one on the right seems promising. You open it to see what's inside, and oh god, yes! John obtained sweet loot. You tear into this thing, and you tear into this thing and put a mean peep on the sweet loot. In addition to the Modus control deck, you got a bonus array fetch Modus, plus another 12 cards, which are practically worthless by this point. They are, but hey, you'll take them. An array, nice. The first thing you do is flush the extra cards into your deck. Okay, really, this is just way too many cards. John, equip array fetch Modus. The array modus allows you to store and retrieve any items from any card at any time. It seems exceptionally serviceable, I'll bet, difficult to weaponize. Boring. John, read instructions for control deck. There's nothing to read, really. You just pop some Modus cartridges in the slots, fire it up, and see what happens. You start by putting the stack and queue Modus in the slots. Your Sylladex now behaves like both a stack and queue. Items can be removed from either the top card or bottom card. Okay. Awesome. You see no reason at all not to jam an array cartridge in there too. And make sure you blow off the dust first, of course. The Sylladex configures itself into an array of distinct queue stacks. Now we're talking. This was just the sort of needless complexity you have come to expect from your inventory management system. Sean, unwrap the smallest present first. You have a staunch policy of always saving the biggest present for last. Always. You receive a box of delicious fruit gushers. Could this birthday get any better? You don't think so. John, open the big one. You thought wrong. John, fill an entire queue stack with shoes. Nice. Okay, awesome. Queue stack full of shoes. This is pretty cool. John, capture log fruit gushers. Dang, you spaced out and put it in the wrong queue stack. Don't worry, you'll get a hang of this thing. John, closely inspect fruit gushers. That's funny though that it still acts like this, so you kind of have to be like careful with the stack that you want to put it in.
because it still acts like a cue in that, but now it's like a stack of it. So delicious. You can't wait to capture like one of these packs and make like 1,000,000 gushers. Screw all the building nonsense. You would rather make candy. Wait a minute. It can't be.
The heinous batter witch has her not claws in everything. What do the gushers have to do with baked goods anyways? How does this make sense? What? Why?
John, mental breakdown.
This is stupid.
Jade, retrieve package. Oh, we're getting close, boys. We're gonna push it. All right, there we go. Rose, check self for any mixed atoms with cat. Ah, that's so cute. Nope, no mixed atoms. Looks like you and the kitty kept your genes to yourself. Your new kitty, whose name is... You'll think of one later. Hey, where the heck are you anyways? Rose, look around the room. Oh, wow, you're back home. A well-stocked bar and the vantage from the window tells you this is your mom's room, or at least what you thought was her room. You decide not to be especially melodramatic about this revelation. Rose, watch the meteor impact. Is it gonna happen? Oh, that's funny. Shouldn't that place be unestablished by now? The downpour of smaller meteors has stopped. Boom! Yeah, by the way, like a meteor impact at this size and shit, how far away are you from the explosion? Because seriously, I feel like this would absolutely destroy and rumble your place. Oh yeah, it did. Okay. Better get out of here. This room is a powder keg with all of this booze lying around. Love how the kitty is just sitting there. John, get down to business. Suddenly, you are feeling very businessman-like. For some reason, you just punched a shitload of cards in anticipation of making a whole lot of cool stuff. This time, You didn't foolishly destroy any items, you just looked at the codes for some objects to round up and punched them on blank cards. You wonder how much alchemizing you can get away with before Rose gets back, as if she's got any right to tell you what to do with your hard-earned grist. You're the one running around here putting your ass on the line. All she's got to do is mess around with her computer. Anyway, you better hurry. Jade, dream. You are now dreaming. Your dream bot is awake and active. Jade, obliquely foreshadow future through interpretive dance. Your silly dance foreshadows nothing and is essentially meaningless, but it sure is a lot of fun. Jade, quick, get into bed. You climb onto bed, or you climb into bed and try to get comfortable, but some sort of invisible force is pressing down on you. You feel a strange feeling of cold, heavy metal. This happens every time you try to get into bed. No wonder you can never get any sleep. There is not much to realize. Of course you can fly. Wow, this is, by the way, I'm watching the time on all of this that's happening. Like, we're getting really close. And hey, we're getting close to my day! You stop all this flying around nonsense and examine John's birthday package. Not yet. We're getting there. Unfortunately, you cannot open it yet. This package has an important journey to make first. You are planning on delivering it momentarily. Good thing you already know what's inside. Otherwise, you would surely be consumed by curiosity and suspense. You sincerely pity anyone who might be forced to endure such a fate. Months in the past. Still not it? And we're at like 99! I didn't even know this coincidence. We're getting close. Months in the past. It's even Christmas time. Ugh, I like this. But let's see. It turns out Jade's birthday is... They're all December babies except for John. John is the only one who is not a December baby, I think. Anyways, enough for the above weather to be reasonably reconcilable. It's strange that John, the paintings on the wall. But yeah, page 1000 and it's still not that time. Interesting. Hey, happy birthday, Jade. Yay, thank you, John. Okay, I got your present in the mail just in time. Plus, I sent Rose's and Dave's too. Why do you guys' birthdays gotta be all bunched together like that? You are running me ragged. I know, but it is nice of you to think of all of us like that. I can't wait for you guys to see what I got you. I don't want to spoil it or anything, but hopefully it will help you solve your problems, those problems you've been having lately. Mysterious wink. I'm sure it is great. I can't wait either. It might take a while to get here from there, but it will be worth the wait. Oh man, I'm such an idiot. I forgot about how long it takes you to get stuff. Ugh. John, that's okay, really. I'm sure we'll get it. You'll get to me exactly when it needs to, and it will be a nice surprise when it does. Okay, well, I hope so. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I had to tell someone to go away. Oh god, the trolls again? Yep. They've been such a pain in the ass lately. It seems like there are so many. There are either like 50 of these retards, or it's like one guy with a lot of alt accounts. I've never had any sort of feeling about them or what they want, which is kind of weird. But it seems to me like they are probably all different people and not one guy. I have counted 12. What do they want with us? Some people just like to needle others for some reason, John. It is like a game, I guess. They are like pranksters. Oh, hell no. Shittiest pranksters ever. But I think they are mostly harmless. Every so often, they manage to get through my block filter and hassle me. It's been going on for years. Actually, some of them are kind of funny, I think. Oh, wow. What, years? Okay, well, I'm sick of them. I've been thinking about changing my Pester Chum handle to throw them off of my off the trail. So I guess I'm gonna go do that. John, make totems.
Still, it's not in yet. It's still not there. When is the day? What is my page? What the fuck is my page?
By the way, if you noticed in the past, his stuff was painted over. So yeah, nice little extra detail that it's been years. Anyways, you have already carved a few totems, but you have had to return to the living room for more Cruxite dowels. Your carving work is not nearly complete. Every time you re-enter your room, you shudder at the recent handiwork of some mischievous imps. You just can't turn your back on them for a second. Rotten imps, those posters were like your children to you. Rose, flee room.
Still not it! It's still not it! What the fuck? When is my day? This has to be incredibly convenient. I have to, no, I refuse to. I'm getting to my birthday page. We're getting to my birthday page. At long last, you have returned to your bedroom with a stable power supply and internet connection. Vodka Mutini purrs at your side. Whoa, look at him, so adorable. You suppose you will call it Muty for short. Rose, Pester John. This isn't it. When is my birthday? What is my birthday page? I need to know.
That's quite the totem collection. What are you planning? Whoa, hi. Man, oh man, I was gonna make stuff. Are you okay? Hasn't your house been on fire for like 5 hours now? No, that was the nearby forest, which up until quite recently would have been the best described as on fire. But you may be excited to learn that that just as recently my house finally notched that achievement. Wow, congrats, I guess. Thank you. Have you seen Dave? Nah, his bro is probably busy kicking his ass. That's probably all there is to say on the matter. Okay, I'm gonna start putting this grist to use too. Let's be sparing with the frivolous knickknacks, breeding, and focus on getting... Hold on, sorry. And getting you up to the gate, okay? Yeah, okay, I hear you, but I think we'll have plenty. I've been killing imps all over the house, and now it's lousy with gushers. Gushers? I mean grist. Serves them right for ruining my posters, the bastards. Which posters? Don't you see my sweet movie posters? Look at them. They're fucking ruined. John? Are you suggesting that imps are responsible for defacing your movie posters? Yeah? Your movie posters have looked like that ever since I first saw your room. The moment we started playing this game, I thought you had defaced them ironically to mock your father's interests. John? Very funny, Rose! By the way, I know that Voxus did the voice for this. It was very, very interesting.
It's still not it! What is happening? What is happening? This isn't my page? Where's my page? Nice joke. Great joke there, Rose. Top of the line. Prank. I'm not gonna laugh.
This is good. Laughter is probably the best way to avoid being especially melodramatic about the revelation. Yes, let's keep this joke going because it is such a good one. I'm just laughing like a maniacal maniac.
It's still not my page. It's still not my page. What is my page? Oh, what are my pages?
Wayward Vagabond, descend.
It's still not my page. He did all of this in like, man, he must have worked hard.
Holy shit bucket. You cannot descend from the top of your mobile station. The loose cable you gathered up and tied together is not yet long enough to allow you to reach the ground safely. You have used all the cable you can find. You will have to come up with another plan. WV, sacrifice your mayoral sash for more cables.
Still not my page. God damn it.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What are you, crazy? The mayor does not relinquish his mayoral sash under any circumstances, ever, period. WV, purify the temple. Oh my god. This is such a dumb idea. Not as dumb as you using your sash, but it comes close. That temple is way too big. You'd probably just end up purifying a chunk of useless, boring rock.
It's still not my page.
Wait, what's that? There's something dangling from the top of the towers near the temple. WV commands Serenity to carry the rope to you.
Still not my page. What is happening?
She is a tiny insect that cannot possibly lift more than the weight of a pumpkin seed. She does, however, inform you of what the ledge contains through a series of informative blinks. There is an old rusty harpoon lodged onto a crumbling rock. Tied to it is a bunch of jumbled up handy cable. This strikes you as inconvenient. It is almost as if someone knew you would need a bunch of cable, and that you would have a mayoral sash made out of cable, and that you were particularly attached to that mayoral sash and would stubbornly refuse to use it. Anyone who knew that much would surely possess a special gift. Alas, it seems a bit far-fetched. Wayward vagabond, get ye rope.
It's still not my page. What is happening?
Okay, we just established it was a cable and not a rope, but that's okay. You take a hasty swig from one of your delicious pods and put down. You then quickly adjust the coordinates to purify a jumble of handy cable. It's still not my page. Mr. Mayor, still not my page. When is it? Oh, of course. The time wasn't set to the present moment. However, it got reset a few hundred years ago. It is some sort of present from the past in the present. Attached to is an envelope. It looks extremely important. Still not my page. I'm scared to wonder what it's gonna be. You open the envelope. Inside the letter is a letter and another envelope. By the way, I just realized it may not even be my birthday page. Might not even come up. I may not even have it. So that's like it's like speculation. I might not even get a holiday page or my birthday page. But yeah, you open the envelope. Inside a letter and another envelope. This is highly confusing, and you do not know what to make of it. Still, it is obviously critical mayoral business, which you take very seriously, and you will defend this package with your life. WV, try to purify the cable again. No! Oh! I'm so mad. I didn't get a birthday page. We were so close. Come and go. Come and go. That literally means this was the closest to my birthday page that I got. Ah, that's depressing. For me, at least. Nobody else, so I'm fine, though. That's sad. I didn't get it. That's fine, though. We can just do this real quick. We'll bookmark this page right here. We can go right on ahead and... Sorry, we'll go back to this page. We did save it. We'll go here. We'll delete it. Then that's it. Again, thank you to anyone who watches this. I've been noticing recently that a lot of you have been watching. Thank you for joining in on my first read. So, or not first, I guess actually first recorded read. I should be more specific since we are talking about specificity. So thank you all who have been watching this. And again, I will be continuing this possibly tomorrow, since what is today? Today is a Saturday, so tomorrow would be the Sunday. So yeah, I will continue this tomorrow on a Sunday. I'm possibly going to go grind some more in Monster Hunter, or go fuck off and draw. Either way, thank you all again, and you all have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, night, whatever time period it is for you. Peace.